Hello. Episode 2. The saga continues. You know, everyone, I've been getting some comments, and 99.9% of them are great. But there are those few that are saying, "Why are you doing this? You know, I thought this was a true crime." And well, this is about true crime. There's some crimes that have been perpetrated here. And one's very egregious, and the other's almost as bad. It's not criminal, but it's certainly civil. So we're going to talk about those. These are things that I want to clear up before I move out into the true crime arena and we start tackling some cases and having some open discussion. We'll have live calls. We'll do everything that you guys want. I promise you. And I can tell you right now, I'm always open for suggestions. I'll never shut the door in your face. And we're going to rock this thing. And I can tell you right now, I did not want, like I said on my previous show, I did not want my show to be about what I'm about to talk about. My arm was twisted. I was bent up like a pretzel. I tried to tell him, stop, Hollis. Stop messing with me, Hollis. Leave me alone. She replies back, "You're mad at me now. You don't got it. It's me." No, you're a minion. Just like all your other minions that have been messing with me all day long that are actually in here right now. But I got some super mods. They're going to let you talk, but they're going to spank you if you get out of line. Let you talk the other night. But this is our show. It's not Little Napoleon's show. This is our show. My show and my superstars that work with me show My son's sitting here. He's my producer. My daughter does my makeup. We got it going on, everyone. And it's going to be real. But I'm going to handle this stuff. I've been attacked for a month and a half, nonstop. And I've sat back, and I've built my case. See, that's the difference between me and you, T-Rev. I build my cases. And I'm not done. This is probably not going to be the last one because I got so much more stuff to disseminate. That's just going to make a lot of you sick to your stomach when you find out what this man has done, what he's really like. Get ready for that knock on your door, buddy. Oh, wait, Hollis, you said you'd pay the $50,000. No problem. T-Rev, did you know that? I've got it snapshotted. I'll go in and find it. But Hollis, do you remember saying, I'll pay that $50,000, no problem. Hey, I'm sure that Sherry and the kids would absolutely appreciate that. That might even make you a deal. Take a couple grand off. She'll sign a, a receipt, and we'll let the state know, but you got to pay all that state stuff too. So we'd have to figure that out. But that could happen. Who is Hollis? Hollis, just so if anyone doesn't know, there's a lot of people in here that weren't part of this other show that I was on. But Hollis is his main mod. She thinks she owns the show, I think. I don't know, but she caused a lot of this. She really did. So you're welcome. T-Rev, say you're welcome. I'm going to say you're welcome for Hollis. So moving right along. If you guys remember, it's been a couple months now, there was a lot of false, horrible things being said about a lady that's dead and her friends that are dead. I mean, horrible things like Xana's a drug dealer, and this was a hit, this was a drug hit, this was just outlandish, horrible things. And I want to say something. If that was a drug house, like all these crazy ass sleuths are saying, that was a drug house, that's what happened, this was a drug house. I'll tell you something from experience. When I and my peers on the police department knew a targeted drug house, and it's just this big drug house, every time we got a call at that house, we'd exercise the law to make it hard on them. So I want you all to think about this and opine for a minute on whether or not these officers that kept going to noise complaints just about every other weekend or every weekend, a plethora of times, let's just say, never, to my knowledge, stroked one citation. They were always really cool. Hey, we don't want to have to get a hold of the school. We don't have to want to get a hold of, the frat. We don't have to want to do it. We don't want to have to do that. You guys just, we've been here twice. If we come here again, we're going to have to do something. Multiple times. But guess what? This is a big time drug house. These kids are all drug dealers. I mean, we got heavyweight rolling out of there. We got, you name it. Pills, heroin, meth. Everything's rolling out of there. According to these unethical, sick, pathetic, click-seeking idiots who spin this nonsense. But you know what? The police are going to go to this drug house and not doing anything every time they go. Be totally cool to them. not how it works, people. Common sense would dictate. That didn't make any sense. That whole scenario that everyone was running by, that whole pile of garbage that these shows like TNT, truth and transparency. Transparency maybe, but truth? Give me a freaking break. Truth. Pathetic. Pathetic in transparency. Not truth. Makes me sick to my stomach to know that people are sending these people money hand over fist. I mean, just constantly. Just constantly. I mean, all day, all night long. Some of them run like 7-8 hours a day. Hell, T-Rev runs marathons. His little girlfriend runs Burger King into him. Here, and then runs back out. How the hell she put up with that? I don't know. I guess because this is his job. This isn't my job, but this is his job. He needs to get clicks. He needs to make that coin. He needs to supplement that disability check. But you know what? Found out a bunch of stuff because I'm an investigator. And you know what else? I got a couple bulldogs working for me that don't really care for you and your BS. None of you. This show's going to be responsible. We're going to learn. We're going to have fun. We're going to call out these jerks. And I'm going to count on every one of you. I've got tons of people in here right now. For my second show, it's great. We've got over 2,000 views in one day. That's amazing. Everyone's hitting me up saying that's the best first show ever. And I really appreciate it. And it's totally unexpected and I'm totally humble. But I've got a great team and I couldn't have done it without Kelly, Mindy, Tanner, my daughter, Charlie, my ex-wife being behind me, my current fiance being behind me. Everyone's giving me support. I'm a passionate man. I'm a passionate person. I care about what's right and what's wrong. And I like to think that I try to do my best to right wrongs. And we're going to talk about another unbelievable wrong that was perpetrated by this little Napoleon we call T-Rev. Did anybody pull up a picture of Napoleon and a picture of T-Rev and put it next to each other? I meant to do that. I forgot to do it. But somebody needs to do it. But I tell you what. We exposed him the other night. He denied his children. His daughter wrote a letter to him. They both came. Both his children actually came onto the show, which I didn't ask them to. They were with their mother. That was their mother's decision. Their mother was watching the show because I let her know that it would be on by herself. And her daughter came in and said, "What you watching?" She had to tell her because she could hear it. Daughter sat down. Her daughter was fired up. Fired up. She got in the show. Her little brother, or big brother, went out there. They're 13 and 14 years old. Big brother came in. What's going on? He gets in the show because people are calling them liars, saying that I planted them. I did all this, just because I want revenge. I don't want revenge. That's a dish best served cold. But I am going to exonerate myself, and I think I did. I think that I answered the elephant in the room. I attacked it, provided evidence. Not a convicted felon. Never laid my hands on any woman in my entire life. Ever. Ever, 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 ever. Yet these nutbags, let me just put that stuff out there, accuse me of stealing badges. Unbelievable. But you know what? I didn't let it get to me. I didn't even get angry. Wasn't mad at all. I just sit back and I let this stuff kind of just take care of itself. Let that rope go out. Yeah, I'll give you another foot. I said, hey, T-Rev, send him a message. Got that too. Hey, buddy, you might want to make this right because you're going to look really stupid in the end. It could be the end of you. You lost a lot of subscribers. How many subscribers did you lose? Like 200 already? Oh, almost 200 overnight. Money gone. Bye-bye. See you, T-Rev. Bye-bye, loser. Deadbeat dad. I can say these things because they're factual. I used your own words. Used your own words. You think you went in Discord and you think you're protected in Discord? Think again. Why'd you take Discord down? Why is it gone? Because you're a coward. And then you put your girlfriend up to going on her little show. I got a bunch of stuff from her show too that I'll probably be showing tonight. Hollis calling me what did she call me? The F word, F-A-C-E. The F Detective John. No, just the FF is going live, and they're like posting what time I'm going live. Trying to bring all the thugs in there to come to this show. And they have. My mods have already had to handle a couple of them. I allowed you to speak the other night. Might let you have a little leeway tonight. This is our show. You're not going to disrupt the flow here. We're going to talk about a couple things. Hey, Lana's in the show. T-Rev's daughter. That's Lana right there. Hi, Lana. Hey, darling. Thank you. Is your brother with you? I hope your brother's with you. Tell your mama said hello. We're going to make some shirts. We're going to get some shirts made, and I'm going to sell them on this show. And we're going to send the proceeds to you and your brother. It's going to be pretty cool. But you know what, everyone? It's time. It's time to put this little man in his place. Now, since Lana's on the show, and her brother's on the show, and her mom, I know, is on the show, I'm going to say it because some of you guys are going to go, oh my God, you put pictures of kids up on the show. Guess what? I've got written permission from all of them. And here they are. So these are the kids that T-Rev has denied are his. He denies that these kids are his. Bam! Now look at this. Look at this guy in the red. That's his namesake. That's Junior right there. Great kid. And that's Lana. Lana was actually named kind of after his mom. T-Rev's mom. You know, the one that he says was a major drug addict, and you know, he strums the heartstrings on that one, which she may have been. I don't know. And look at the picture right next to it with Lana looking over her glasses. Tell me that that little girl and that little boy are not the spitting image of little Napoleon T-Rev. T-Rev, you looking at them? These probably, I bet you haven't seen these pictures, buddy. You're welcome. But you've seen these baby pictures. I know that. You've seen these pictures when they were babies. And off to the right there is that letter that Alana wrote. But we're gonna leave the kids and the wife, their mom, on here for a while. We're gonna come back to this, but I've got a lady that I need to talk about that's on, and we need to talk about her because she was, I mean, brutally lied against. And I knew it. Because you know what? When we were so disgusted about the things that were being perpetrated and spewing about Xana being a drug dealer, a lady came into chat and she says, I'm so tired of this. Xana wasn't a drug dealer. She was in gymnastics with my granddaughters. I was driving around on my golf cart. I won't forget that day. And I was running my dogs. Both were alive then. You know, my other one was run over that T-Rev never even mentioned. But anyway, and I heard it. I heard him reading it. And I was in the show with him. And I'm like, let's see what she has to say. If she's got great things to say, ask her, T-Rev, if she can, you know, tell us about Xana. So she comes back in, says, yeah, she's her granddaughter. She's trying to put together something for Xana through her granddaughter and the rest of the gymnasts in the area. And they were going to do a tribute for July 5th for Xana's birthday. She only had a few pictures, but she had gotten permission from Jasmine, and I had the receipts, the communication between her and Jasmine, where Jasmine actually gave her permission and released the photos to her to start putting together this collage for this tribute for Xana. Her granddaughters are studs when it comes to gymnastics. Actually, her oldest granddaughter is a coach. I think she was a level 10. She was unbelievable. She's the one who was in the actual video that T-Rev got that looked a lot like Xana. She said they often confused the two of them, even though they were part of different gyms, but they became friends, and every time they were together, they looked a lot alike. But you know what I missed? Go ahead and put the pictures of the kids back up, Tanner, because that's fine. We don't leave the pictures of the kids up. Because I was never part of his show. I was a guest on his show. So someone had mentioned that I was like part of his show. I wasn't part of his show. So I had no admin authority. I had nothing. He would call me daily, ask me questions about what we thought should be covered. Half the time I couldn't deal with him because I have a job. I have a business. I can't sit and game all day and sit on a computer all day. I think you probably, if you remember, you heard me say multiple times, look, man, I'm driving right now. I'm not going to be home. I'm going to, I can't do it right now. But when I get in, I'll come into the show gladly. But you know what? You know what he did? She sent a video in. She clearly said that it was her granddaughter. And it even said on the top, now I didn't catch this until I think the next day. I'm not positive because T-Rev has deleted the show. He's deleted that part. It's gone. He even admitted it to Todd the other day that he deleted it. And he was glad that he did it. Yeah, he misspoke there. That was a Freudian slip, I think. Because I think he really is glad that he deleted that video. Because what he did was pretty nefarious. To get clicks, he took that video and he posted it as if it was Xana. Now, I thought it was Xana. I truly did think it was Xana. In fact, there was a guy that came into the show and was on another show slamming T-Rev, saying that he was an idiot because the lady that gave him the video, and we'll go ahead and say Angel Girl 1980 is what she went by, and that's because her daughter was born in 1980, she even said, that's not Xana. Those fools over there think that was Xana. They posted it and said it was Xana. That guy's name is Steve Irwin, and I need to get a hold of Stevie Irwin because he can confirm this 100%. And I blasted Steve Irwin because I'm like, what are you talking about, dude? Why would there be that video not be Xana? Well, because it wasn't Xana. It was her granddaughter, and she clearly said it. But guess who didn't want that on there? And I know this in hindsight now. I know what happened. So when he said that wasn't her, and he knew it wasn't her because she said it and it was on the video. But guess what? It wasn't on the video when he posted it. So what T-Rev did is he went in there and he edited it and he took out what she said, probably for just space reasons, and then resubmitted it himself as Xana. I hope you guys are all following this. So when I went back and I revisited it before he had actually edited it, and I saw what it was, I was like, damn, Stevie's right. But he had edited it and posted it. And he took that stuff out. So I called him. Remember he kept saying I was blowing his phone up? Oh, yeah, damn right I was blowing his phone up. I was blowing it up. I was texting, was doing everything. I'm like, look, you got to fix this. Finally get a hold of him because he wants me to come on the show. I said, look, man, you got to fix this. You can't purport that to be Xana. That's not Xana. He blows it off like it's no big deal. Yeah, it's no big deal. She's going to get me together some other stuff, and no one will ever know. And she was actually, I've got the evidence of that too. She was actually putting together a bunch of stuff and gave T-Rev access to it so he could pull it. And they were going to do this thing called Xanapalooza because Xana didn't have much in her charity. I think it was like $1,000. So Angel Girl decided she wanted to put together something. This was before us, before she even contacted us. She's already got the works. I've got all the evidence. The conversation she was having with Jasmine, which is Xana's sister, trying to coordinate this before us, before we even talked. But guess what Mr. T-Rev did? T-Rev took all that stuff He got called out by me, and he got called out by people in the show, and he blackballed her, cut her off, ghosted her, and then he twisted the story and turned this lady who has a terminal disease he went after her, fangs out, twisted it and made it look like, to make it look like she made all this up. For what reason? Let me ask, what reason would this woman do this? She didn't want anything to do with it. I'm the one. I own it. I'm the one who pushed her to bring us stuff to the show so that we could get some positive information out there about Xana. I'm the one, not her. She wasn't like WSU Kim calling and wanting attention every other day, making stuff up, saying horrible things, sending us emails talking about horrible things, descriptive things about the 4 unalives, things that only the 2 witnesses alive in there would know about, or the killer. But this woman, WSU Kim, she knew about it. And these other shows ran with her after I interviewed the lady twice. Once was with another clown that was on a show that I couldn't get a word in. And then I said later, I said, hey, Kim, I need you to come back and then me and you talk. T-Rev said, all right. Brought me in. T-Rev said, you got the floor, John. Handle it. I said, gladly. Very nice to her. Actually a little flirtatious, had a little fun with her, had her laughing. She said 5 people were in there that did the murder. Or I'm unalive, I'm sorry. I said the N word, my bad. So I asked her to, give me the story. She came up with this outlandish, there was a plumber from the university that was there, and he brought a wrench in and he hit Ethan over the head with a wrench. Now, credibility was pretty shot already. Well, that did it for me. I said, so let me get this straight, WSU Kim. So someone's going to come to a house with intentions or premeditation, I don't know, to commit those heinous crimes, and they're going to bring a pipe wrench? Debunked. Should have been done with, right? I believe, like I said before, I believe that she is the mother of some students from WSU. I think she's just a little paranoid. I don't know. She's got some problems. Anyway, I'll digress from that. So, back to Angel Girl 1980. So T-Rev, let me see, what do we got here? What? So T-Rev had twisted it, made it look like this lady was totally crazy. Turned it into this unbelievable fairy tale about some woman that is calling in, just making stuff up because she wants attention. That's a lie. T-Rev and I separated about that point. I made an announcement that I was not going to be on the show anymore and chat because I felt like there was nothing to talk about. And that I would be back maybe when the trial started or something else big dropped. Then I came on the panel because he wanted to come on he was trying to get me to stay. But just after I said that, someone had said, "This is Detective John's show." He lost his mind. I mean, he freaking Napoleon lost his mind. MF and this, MF and that. If this is my MF and show, I built this. I did this. This is my stuff. Mine. I did it. Y'all can, if you don't believe me, I got it, but y'all can go find it yourself too. So it's at that point that I'm like, I don't want anything to do with this cat. He's an immature little thug. So I had many people tell me that I should start my own show.
Yeah, no, and people talking about these.
And here it is. I want you to hear this right now. Here it is. Listen.
Yeah, no, and people talking about DJ and chat. Like, I put it out there like this: people who aren't loyal to me, I'm not loyal to them. So
So I'm a person on his show. I'm not getting paid. I'm on there just for free. I'm just having fun with it. But I'm supposed to be loyal. And he makes it seem like he gives me a place on his show. When he did this little video right here, it was after I left the show. On my accord, I announced I was leaving. I announced live, verbally from my mouth, that I was going to start my own show. He lost his mind. He's calling me going, you're gonna be fighting with me for time slots. We're gonna be competitors. And because I tried to tell him it, I said, T-Rev, it doesn't have to be that way. There's plenty out there for everyone. No, you don't understand. We're gonna be fighting for time slots. I'm like, no, man, we could actually, we could work together and make it happen. I mean, look at all these other crime shows. They're doing that. They're making it happen. They're endorsing one another. They leave one show and go right to their friend's show and vice versa. There's nothing wrong with that. It's called networking. Oh, he didn't want to have anything to do with it because his subscribers belong to him. He owns them. His mods, he owns his mods. If he sees his mods in another show, and you're going to hear it here in a minute, he takes the wrenches away. Treats them like garbage, just like he treated his wife. He's a control freak. Yeah, that's what he does, and that's what he did. That's what he did to me. That's what he just did to Jeff H. That's what he's done to many people, many of his mods that I had to revamp, he says. I had to get rid of some mods. I had to redo Discord and boot a bunch of people out because he's a paranoid schizophrenic, in my opinion. This guy's worried to death that he's got moles. Who cares? Are you serious? This is a YouTube channel. Worried about moles? What the hell is wrong with you, dude? Get a life. Get a job. Take care of your kids. You POS. And I'll say it. And I'm a Christian. You make me sick. And every single one of you supposed Rev Gang freaking thugs, after watching the show the other night and after hearing this show till the end, if you still are subscribed to this show, then you're a POS too. I would suggest anyone that is subscribed to that show unsubscribe. Make a statement. This man is wrong. This man is a horrible, horrible, horrible person. Absolutely horrible. And so is his girlfriend. You could see the stuff that she spewed. What a little thug. Bragging about how gangsta she was. I'm gangsta. Yeah, gangsta. She'll be dumping you on your ass, T-Rev, if she's smart. And then you'll be in Section 8. Like you so disgustingly said. Nothing wrong with people being in Section 8. People need it. But you know what? A man that makes $18,000 in 1 month.
Yeah, nah,
Hold on. Shouldn't have his children and his wife living in Section 8. Or should he? Is that where we are today in society? Is that where we are as a people? We're going to accept that. We're going to accept that. We're going to condone that. We're going to condone a man that makes $18,000 in 1 month because he told me. And I think if you guys watch the show, you can see all the. He puts a dog on his bed with a halo on. I don't know if the dog was really sick or not, but you know how much I would say thousands of dollars that man was given for that dog for treats for Sosa. $20 here. One of them was like $100. Hell, they donated hundreds of dollars a few times. Because I was on the show. When I said I don't get paid, somebody donates $100 for Detective John and said, I didn't see any of that money. Not that I want it. I'm just saying. Go ahead and play that, Tanner. Listen up.
Like, I'll put it out there like this: people who aren't loyal to me, I'm not loyal to them. So if somebody is on my show and they're trying to be a main guest on my show, or somebody's trying to rock on my show, and I see you somehow folding with the other side or mixing up with the other side, and you know what I'm saying, and you put out something to my people, the Rev Gang family, and it ends up being not what it is. Like, I tell you I have a problem with these people, or just I don't mess with these people.
Go ahead and stop it. I tell you I have a problem with these people. I left the show. I was not on the show at this time. He's trying to spin it like he kicked me off the show. That's a lie. When he talks about I don't like these people, he's talking about me being on somebody else's show. Who invited me to be on the show? On panel. Brian's show. And it's the Let's Talk Live, my buddy Brian, Let's Talk Live show. And then he works with Tanya on Titanium. Titanium Built. It's Tanya, but it's spelled Tanya. She's explained that, but it's mispronounced because it's actually kind of misspelled. It's kind of a joke. But she goes by Tanya, but it looks like Tanya Tucker. Two great people. They were bullied because I went on to their shows. Because Brian had me into a show and I was running a little late. And I said, Brian, I'm going to be a little late. And I come in and I get in and I see all of these minions from the T-Rev show. The Thug Gang is there. And they're going, bye, John. B-Y-E, B-Y-E, bye. Just bye, bye, bye. And I'm like, what's going on? This poor guy's getting just hammered. Because they know I'm starting my own show. and they know that Brian was helping me. Brian was giving me pointers because he's a good guy. He actually said, hey, when John starts a show, I want you guys to come from my show, go to his show, vice versa. We're all going to be a big family. He and I had that discussion. T-Rev didn't like that because this whole realm, the YouTube world, true crime YouTube world, belongs to him. I got some facts I'll pull up too, but we're going to hear this audio out a little bit more. So listen to this little control freak.
Mess with these people, and I see you rocking with that. Like, that's why I didn't want somebody on my show. So just understand that. So if you're rocking with me, like, I expect some loyalty, especially if you're coming up here. I expect loyalty.
If you're rocking with me, I expect some loyalty. That sounds like one of his raps. If you're rocking with me, I expect some loyalty. See how easy that was? That was easy. Piss off, T-Rev. You can't even articulate a sentence. You have no business doing anything but trying to take care of your children, sitting behind a computer all day long, gaming, bragging about your gaming skills. How old are you? 33 almost? Grow the hell up. Go ahead, Tanner.
On my show, so just understand that. So if you're rocking with me, like, I expect some loyalty, especially if you're coming up here. I expect loyalty. Yeah.
I'll let you all opine on that. Think about that. Scout's Honor says Brian jumped on a T-Rev wagon. Don't know, but I do know that some weird stuff was going on. And this is how weird it is. You see, T-Rev has 33,500, I think, subscribers, and it's dwindling now. So Brian, I mean, he wants to grow his show. He wants to hit 10,000. He's working hard at it. So what better way to get some subscribers than to have a guy that's got 33,500 endorse you? Now, I don't know that happened. Somebody just said that he jumped on his bandwagon. I don't know. I haven't been watching his show. I haven't really been. I've been focusing on this. I haven't been watching any other true crime show. I might have popped in and viewed a few just for a minute. I went to Titanium Build the other night and said hi to Tanya. I haven't been on Brian's show. He was doing some watch thing the other day, last I checked, but I haven't really talked to him a couple weeks ago, sent him a message, and I said, hey, Brian, let me know what time that you're going to run your show, and I'll try to work around it, brother. I'll I don't really care, but I'll try to work around your show. Because that's the type of person I am. I'm a man of my word. And I told him that I would do that. But he's ghosted me too. Just like T-Rev did. So whatever that person said a minute ago could be true. Could be true. But I like Brian. I hope it's not true. Just like I like Jeff H. I was up in Virginia a couple weeks ago. I was supposed to have dinner with him and his wife. And my games were running late on a Sunday night and didn't have time to make it, so I missed out. T-Rev would have crucified him if he'd have known we had dinner together. Oh, there's more on that too. A lot more. So anyway, let's get back to Angel Girl 1980. So imagine you take a video, you run it on your show, you purport it to be Xana, and you get called out because it's not Xana, and you just messed up majorly. Your credibility is shot. Rather than own it, which is what I suggested he do, because we all make mistakes, and just say, hey, I shouldn't have ran with that. It was not Xana. It was the granddaughter. No. He'd lose face because he got a lot of clicks on that. Lot of clicks. A lot of money came in because of that. And you even hear him say in another video that I got, man, I would have to return all that money. I didn't want to have to be doing that. Something to that effect. I don't want to quote it exactly, but I have it. So he spun it into this crazy story that this poor lady just made all this up. Then he was able to get a hold of Todd, the old coach. Oh, I've got some stuff for you too, Todd. You think you're skating through this? Buddy, you messed up. You messed up bad, and you know it, and you know it, and you know it. To go after this lady about the way the direction river flows. How pathetic. That's something typically a man would say insulting a woman. She doesn't even know what to, just condescending prick. She knew all about. I've talked to her. She described everything. She grew up. The kids grew up there. She's from there. She knows where these kids tube. You made it seem like she was telling them that, saying that the kids were going to go tubing at a dam, and they were all. No one would do that. They would be arrested. She said, "Of course, that's not what I was talking about." But no, it got spun, and he came on the show with this condescending attitude about her, saying that it was all wrong and that his daughter took those pictures. Yeah, his daughter did take the pictures. She never said she took them. They came from Xana's sister. His daughter worked for him or worked at the gym or was at the gym. It was his gym. She was taking pictures everywhere and disseminating them to people. So to have his daughter on there saying, I took those pictures. Really? You people make me sick. You grandstanded, Todd. You promoted your gym, Todd, in my state. We know what you did. We know what you did. You got a little free press. You got a little free ads. You know exactly what you did. You were on the show again the other day, lying through your teeth. You even brought this woman up. You didn't have any reason to bring her up other than to say, oh, I ran into your show by accident because of this lie. You're a liar, Todd. You're a liar. And I'm not done with you, buddy. I promise you. You're going to pay for what this woman has been through. She has a caregiver. Spoke with her caregiver. They had to send T-Rev a message to stop because it's her duty to report abuse. She's doing chemo 2 days a week. Sweet lady. And she was G-Ma. My daughter's in gymnastics. My daughter was in gymnastics. I was there. There were a lot of G-Mas. There was a lot of moms and dads even. I did my daughter's hair. That's part of it. Kids all have to look uniform. Their leotards have to be nice. can't have anything out of place. Their hair has to be a certain way. You think these coaches do it? No, they rely on GMAs to do it. Because of all this woman's gotten death threats. I've got them from his show, and he endorsed it. Because he's the victim. T-Rev's the victim. Unbelievable what was done. Sick what was done. Stevie Irwin knew about it. I knew about it. T-Rev knew about it. Hollis knew about it. Regina knew about it. All of them knew about it. But in a couple of their defenses, with aside from T-Rev, they might have thought the same thing I thought initially. Unbelievable. Then, Papa Sal. Let's talk about Papa Sal. Salvador. T-Rev and him twist a scenario where Papa Sal was a victim now too. Papa Sal was taken advantage of. Because according to Papa Sal, G-Ma, Angel Girl 1980, who's a retired school teacher, she's fine. She's got great insurance. She was trying to get him to give her money. Yeah. That's a lie. Truth is, old Papa Sal was trying to get in old G-Ma's pants. Trying to make arrangements to, I won't take you to dinner. She's like, Sal, you live in New York, I live in Washington. He wouldn't take no for an answer, just kept on, pounding her phone, offered to even buy her a new phone. Or send her one. It might have been the one that T-Rev sent him. I don't know. T-Rev sent him a phone. Yeah. Did that just happen? Yeah, that happened. She said, she tried to tell him, I got my granddaughters. I don't have time, and I'm sick, and all this stuff. And he wouldn't take no for an answer. If anyone listens to the show and has heard him talk, wouldn't be too hard to believe what I just said now, would it? Would it be hard to believe that this man was trying to force himself into this woman's life? I don't think so. I think it's very easily believable. Probable. 1,000% probable. Then he gets on, curses me up and down, calls me every name. And then he says, and I had the recording, I played it the other night, that he'd like to throw me from a helicopter with a noose around my neck. I played it. Go to my last show and watch it. For real? Because I'm disloyal. I wanted to start my own show. Do my own thing. But T-Rev will say, as he did in his last rap song, that we're all copying him. We're all copycats. We all steal his ideas. I've also got some proof of T-Rev was getting like 150 views a day before Idaho. I think that was the average we came up with. Idaho happened. He was actually covering the Kylie Rodney case, and that's where I kind of ran into him. Sorry. My daughter just made these for me. I'm going to have one. Good stuff. Anyway. He was nothing. Zero. Played his rap videos occasionally. He was nothing. Started getting a little popular with the Kylie Rodney case. Then when the Idaho case hit, everyone became popular. Because at the time, we didn't know who did it. All we had was the usual suspects. The ex-boyfriend, potential stalker guys, bartender, just the usual suspects. So what'd we do? Every show. It was a real whodunit, right? Can you give me some of that, buddy? Thank you. It's a real whodunit. So we all speculated, and everyone got along because we were all speculating. Ex-boyfriend, first logical suspect to me. If anyone did it, based on who we know, who would be the most probable suspect? It's usually husband, boyfriend, somebody like that. Not him. How about the other Jack? What would be his motive? I don't know. They were posting pictures of him with a hunting knife with a deer that he gutted. He knows how to use a knife. He must have did it. Oh, wait. What'd you tell Adam? Adam must have did it. We all had nothing. So we all speculated. And that's okay. It's okay. Because it's just speculation. And you're not going to stop that media ball from rolling once it starts rolling. Not going to stop it. So the best thing to do is just kind of roll with it. See who's right in the end. Turned out nobody was right. And I said multiple times, it's probably going to be somebody we have not even heard about. Kept saying it. But we had to roll with something. This is what we have. Bam! There's a car down in Oregon or somewhere. It's white Elantra. Been sitting there on a corner for a couple days, wrecked. T-Rev's like, this is the car. Calls me. Look. Sends me a picture. I said, where's this at? Oregon. How long's it been there? I don't know. I don't think that's the car, dude. Wouldn't be sitting there by itself. They'd be all over that car. He didn't want to hear it. I don't know. I think that's the car, John. No, it's not the car. Because if that was the car would be bagged and gone. That ain't the car. Wouldn't be allowing some guy to walk around it, look inside of it. Wouldn't be happening. Didn't want to hear it. No common sense. You know what else I said about that time? I said, you know what? They're not on that car. They're not paying that car any attention because they already know where the car is. They already know. I said about that time too. You know what? I noticed the Chief's last interview got a little pep in his step. Looks a little confident. Not giving us anything, but they know something. I said, I predict within a day or two, they're going to announce they got a suspect. Bam! I'll be darned if I wasn't right. I'm on the show. I said, I told you so. I was kind of excited that I was right. T-Rev's sitting back like this. Motherfucking damn down, Mike, you ain't told me S-H-I-T. He thought it was off. Spewed it right on live. MF and pig. He goes nuts. Madder than hell. I let it go. Because you know what? Kind of felt bad for the little fella. He's got no structure in his life. I was trying to help him a little bit. I mean, Sal got mad the other day. I listened and it's like, that mother effer's telling you that he was going to mentor you. F him. Yeah, I was trying to mentor the little guy. Sitting behind a camera with hundreds of people watching with no shirt on. Smoking whatever he's smoking. I don't know. We can all presume what it was. Because he actually had some that he was doing from the Juul or whatever he does. And some he wasn't. Bags under his eyes. And he starts doing this. He starts twitching like crazy. And he does this little wobble when he talks. It's kind of like a drunk. You kind of know when that is. You don't know when someone's high or inebriated. Those are things you can't control. So I told him, you might want to be a little more professional. I mean, you're getting a lot of viewers now. The show's growing. I would take a different turn, and I gave him some words like integrity. And I mentioned this the other night. Sal said something about that too. No, he didn't know what integrity was, Sal. I had to explain it to him. Scout's honor. So guess what his favorite word is on the show moving forward? I'm going to be a show with integrity. I was laughing. Everyone, people are absolutely moving in the wrong direction today. People his age, there are a lot of them, not all, but they're just lost. They become so tainted. Cops are all bad. They run up now on cops with cameras while cops are trying to do their job. I don't need to be worrying about what that person's doing behind me, screaming with a phone, impeding in my investigation. But that's okay. It's not okay. If you want to videotape, but shut your mouth. You don't have any right to go up and ask a cop what he's doing and why he's doing it. He's conducting an investigation. And you know what? A lot of states are starting to say, yeah, we're not going to allow that anymore. Not a First Amendment right to do that. You may think it is, but at the point that you start impeding in an investigation, you have J. Lord, turn on YouTube any day. There's people out there that will actually wait for a cop to engage somebody and get out and go insert themselves in that investigation. Cops have body cam, most of them now. They don't need that. What do you need that for? Body cam protects the cop and the suspect. It's a great thing. I agree with it 100,000%. Because it's exonerated a lot of cops. And it's convicted a lot of cops. But I don't need anyone telling me that it's okay to run up on a police officer when he's engaged in a homicide suspect or who knows what. where they got to worry about who's standing behind them. What are they doing? That's not right. We can argue that all day long. Back to Angel Girl 1980. I'm going to bring somebody on the show right now that when she found out about this, she found out the truth. She actually was physically sick. Because when I announced I was doing my show, I put in there, kind of sent this subliminal message out to everyone that I was going to right some wrongs. And that a woman was on the show recently that was wronged. Lies were spun about her. One of the worst things I've ever seen. And Kelly, she's a bulldog. She bought that crap. She was listening to T-Rev's show. But when she found out the truth, she went to work. So I'm going to introduce one of my superstars who's got some stories herself to tell, and we're going to allow her to tell them one of these days. Kelly D. Hello. Hold on. Let's turn. You got your mic off? Turn your mic on.
I'm a newbie.
Now this is Kelly, and
Hi,
Kelly's got a lot to say in defense of Angel Girl 1980, whose name is Patty. So go ahead. I'm going to give you the floor, Kelly. I want you to tell the story too. Tell what happened. Tell how this happened, because you've done some work on this too.
So, when the "We've Been Lied To" video came out, I was in there, and I bought into what he was saying, what they were saying. I thought, oh God, they brought the coach on. He must know the truth. And it's, thank you, Chet. I love you all. Thank you so much for your support and being
I'm
here.
going to interrupt here for a second. Kelly is very
Yeah.
emotional, and I'm going to get her back here. So if you need to take a break for a second, give it back to me, and I'll let you do that. You got some tissue?
Yeah, I do. Because I wanted, when Detective John told me the truth, I just couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe that I bought into that crap. I was sus about his channel anyhow, but I joined in because I felt like I was part of a group that was really trying to do the right thing, and we were all deceived. And it's horrifying what they did to Angel Girls. So I contacted her. Detective John put me in contact with her, and when I found out the truth, I was like, how could they do this to her? They destroyed her. Her grandkids are afraid to even talk to her now because they were threatening her. They blew up her YouTube page. T-Rev stole those videos of her granddaughter and purported that they were Xana's, and that Angel Girls was saying that that was Xana. That's the biggest lie of all. But it's horrible, and we have to. Her health has gone down. She has a brain tumor. She has MS. She has a lot of health issues. And her caregiver, I've spoken to her caregivers. God bless her. But she's had to come on, pretty much full time to take care for her because of all this devastation. And it's all at the hands of T-Rev. And I'm sorry to say, Todd, Angel Girls was absolutely 100% in contact with Jasmine, and she had her support. She gave her pictures so that she could include them in the video. And then T-Rev cut out Angel Girls. They are the ones who ghosted her. In that video, they say, oh, she ghosted T-Rev. She ghosted Todd. No, they ghosted her because T-Rev had a big lie that he had to cover up for.
And Kelly, we've got that. And Kelly, we've got that evidence, don't we?
Yes.
Don't we have that evidence where T-Rev is sending his minions to contact her and come into the show. He's ready to talk to her or something to that effect.
Yep.
Oh yeah, we've got it, people.
We have the receipts,
I'm
just
sorry.
like this live the other day. We have the receipts. We have it all. And yes, Gianna,
Here we go. Here's one right here.
Gianna is not the mole. I am. Come at me. I dare you. And Angel Girls, if you're watching, I make beach jewelry and beading, which is also what Angel Girls does for other cancer patients.
Pull that up.
Angel Girls, this is one of the shells that I got.
I want to pull this up real quick. You
Angel
show
Girls.
that, but I'm going to pull this up and post it, Tanner. I want everyone to read this. Her name is Patty.
Yes.
I believe it's Krisenstein. Is that how it's pronounced? I never asked her how to pronounce her last name.
Yeah, you're right. You got it.
Krisenstein,
Angel Girls,
right?
I made this for you. It's a shell off the beach, and it's an amethyst. I love you. I'm going to send this to you from me. You're a beautiful woman, and everybody deserves to know who you are. And you deserve to have your identity back. You deserve to be able to go and watch Titanium Build, or watch Detective John, or whoever you want to go to, and not have that threat of being exposed. And it just tears my heart up that her grandkids are scared to even talk to her right now, because her granddaughters is going to WSU in a couple weeks, and she's so scared because of what happened to her grandmother. They're afraid it's going to happen to her, all at the hands of T-Rev and his cult. I'm so sorry. This hurts me. Go ahead, John.
This is an article about Patty. This is what a genuine person this woman is. She made 3,300 beaded bracelets and necklaces for cancer patients and their families. That's the type of person she is. Not a evil bone in this woman's body. Nothing but goodness and kindness and wanting to help people. Nothing but that. And T-Rev, you are disgusting, brother. You're not my brother. You're a POS. I despise you. Despise you for what you did. If that was my grandmother, or actually she wouldn't be my grandmother, she's not that much older than me, but if that was my mother, I'm not even going to say it, man. But this was an article done by, who was it? Let's knock it back down. The Washington Post or somebody, or I can't remember who it was. But here it is. You guys can watch it later. Go back and read it. I'll leave it up there for a while. There you go. And it talks about, yeah, but I can't, it's not going to fit on the screen if we do that.
If we post a link.
Yeah, we'll post a link. But basically, in a nutshell, she made 3,300 beaded necklaces to raise money for cancer patients and their families. Such an admirable act that they did an article on her.
Yep.
And this is a woman that would just make stuff up.
No.
Insert herself into Xana's life without merit, without any knowledge of her, right? No, people.
One father dying got one for each of his daughters. She was touching hearts of people who were in pain.
This was a hit job. This was a CYA for T-Rev and his gang.
Yep.
He threw this woman under the bus. He threw this woman under the bus and backed over her. Drove over again, backed over her again, with no regard, knowing that she's doing chemo 2 days a week, very ill, and knowing that he's absolutely lying and he's just doing this to get his own back because he messed up and he made an idiot out of himself on the show and he should have just owned it. People on that show are forgiving, and people on the other shows were eating him alive. Doesn't matter. People on his show would have forgave him. I know them. I saw them for 8 months, damn near every day. They worshiped the ground this guy walked on. He could do no wrong. He was Jesus. Walked on, T-Rev walks on water. He also, that whole charity thing, the whole Xanapalooza thing, go ahead and talk about that. Whose idea was that, Kelly?
Xanapalooza was from Angel Girls. It was from Angel Girls. She's the one who brought it up and said that she wanted to do something, and then that's when Todd came in and decided that it should go. And Angel Girls wanted it to go to Xana's college fund, because there wasn't much money in there. Her family had put 10,000 in, but Xana's memories wasn't being honored the same way as the other victims, which, my God, they're all in my heart. But it's so horrible what they did in making out Angel Girls to be a fraud, and they're the fraud. All of that money for that GoFundMe is going to Todd. It's not set up in a scholarship for Journey. It's not set up for anyone but themselves. I am so sorry to have to tell you guys this. I got the receipts. I'm the one who went into Discord and got all the copies of the Xanapalooza posts showing where Angel Girls was telling them these are not to be public yet. It's not ready. This is my granddaughter. It's not Xana. She kept telling them over and over, and they just kept cutting her out of it. It's horrible what they did. And all Angel Girls want is just her, just to be able to do what she wants to do. And John, when we were going over the beaded necklaces and stuff, it reminded me of her caring and giving to people who are in their end stages. It's the same thing that you did in your grandma's or in your the nursing home. I'm so sorry, I'm getting all choked up again. I'm passionate about the truth. I am a whistleblower. We can go into all that later, but I did shut down a nuclear plant as a nuclear fuel handler back in my day. But I've been denied the truth all of my life. I grew up with a narcissistic mother, so I understand it all, and I feel for her, and I just want you guys to wrap your loving arms around her and show her that she can come out of hiding, that she's not going to be threatened anymore.
Yep.
Sorry, I kind of got off track. Just so.
No.
And thank you, chat. Thank you. I'm reading. Thank you so much.
We had her on the phone earlier. She's not doing well. Today is the day that her caregiver is off. But her caregiver, she had a lot to say too.
Yes. Her caregiver told me that Angel Girl's health has taken a serious decline. And if anyone knows, I'm sure many of us do, that when you're taking chemo, you have to be positive or it will not benefit you the way it could. And so doing this to her and having her health take such a downturn, the best thing that we can do to bring her back up is to just take her in our loving arms and protect this lady and let her know she is safe. She is not going to be destroyed by horrible people anymore.
What I want more than anything right now, I want her name back.
Mhm.
And I want her grandchildren to reach out to her and forgive her because she didn't do anything wrong. And I want them to know that if they're listening, that it's my fault.
It's my fault.
I own it. I own it.
I encourage
I wanted to ask her to come help spread some good about Xana. She didn't want to. I pushed it because I was upset about, and I was being selfish. I wanted her to say something good about Xana, and I wanted it to be on the T-Rev show. I wanted it to be there because no one has came out really and said anything good about any of these victims, which really surprises me. You would think people would be coming out of the woodwork to talk about them. But other than the eulogies and stuff, really, there's been nothing. Those people don't have gag orders. Now, if they come out this late in the game, people are going to think that they're in it for money or, attention. Why would you wait 8 months to say something nice about these people that were brutally taken from us? I don't understand. It's weird. It's weird to me.
It's not right.
Oh, she's on. She's here.
Yes. Yes.
Lavender Girls is
Angel Girls.
Angel Girl 1980.
Give her love, everyone. Show her we got her back. That's the right thing. And I pray every day, morning and night, I pray that her granddaughters will see that it's not her fault and she loves you so much and she needs you.
Her granddaughter, and I don't want to say her name because it's kind of a unique name. It's not like it's Michelle or Lisa or something like that. So I don't want to say her name, but she's about to start WSU. She's mortified because she's been getting death threats. So can you tell us about those death threats, Kelly?
Yes, they were blowing up her YouTube account, Angel Girls, and they had the death threats and everything, and she was so scared for her grandchildren that she was literally, she told me she was ready to throw the computer out the window because she just felt like her whole life was destroyed, and it was.
And herself out the window is what she said. She wanted to throw herself out the window, if I heard it right.
It's horrible. It's horrible. And so she had to delete her YouTube account, Angel Girls. That's why she has another name now. And when she did that, all of her granddaughters' videos of all of her gymnastics, all their memories were wiped out. And I'm putting out.
Wiped out. We're trying to get them back.
So if anyone out there knows how to retrieve a deleted YouTube account, that would help her so much. Give her memories back. I will find a way. But if there's anybody out there that has a better way, I'm a quick study.
She's got, what did she say? How many hours? 500 and something hours of video of her granddaughters and her daughter.
Xana's replies to the videos, Xana's replies over the years are gone. Xana's, we can't get that back unless we get her channel back.
Pretty unbelievable, isn't it, people? That's such a narcissistic, nasty, disgusting, pathetic excuse for a human being would sacrifice another human being over a video.
Yeah, for those joining in, the bottom line is T-Rev screwed up. He went to Angel Girl's YouTube account, took the videos of Angel Girl's granddaughter, and purported on the fundraiser for Xana that those pictures, those videos were not Xana. And Todd perpetuated the lie. He knew Angel Girl. He knew Patty. He remembered. And you know what? It's convenient. You know, all these little new clips of old shows keep popping up. Well, he conveniently deleted that part.
Yeah, that show's deleted. The show where I convinced her to come on the show, gone.
And he admits that he deleted it in that
And he
live
admitted to Todd.
show.
Yeah, he admitted to Todd. I'm glad I deleted it. Bring it back, T-Rev. Bring it back. Gutless POS. Bring it back. Do the right thing. Own it. Own what you did.
Angel Girl said she had over 3,000 subs gone. And her granddaughter's YouTube account was attached to hers. So when she deleted hers, it deleted her granddaughter's as well. But she was scared because they were giving her death threats. They were credible threats. They knew her address. They were coming for her. So she got scared and she deleted all the comments and the death threats and everything and where they had exposed her.
Hey, Kelly, we can't find them. I got them in a file somewhere. Do you have those death threats right there that you can pull up? Are you able to do that?
Because we'd have to get them on the way back. When her account is restored, we could see those because they were all on her YouTube account. That's why she panicked and had to delete them.
I'm talking about the other ones, the ones from that we talked about today that were actually on a show that you had and you read, where T-Rev actually endorsed going to look for her.
Yes, that's in the Discord comments.
Okay.
In the screenshots. Yep.
The ones that you sent me are in Discord comments.
Mm-hmm. And let me tell you, people who subscribe and still believe in T-Rev, if you're in here, you need to understand that he forces you to not only attach your YouTube account to Discord, but he forces you to put in your phone number in order to participate. Do you realize he's got all your info? You're not safe either.
All right, where do we go from here? Because you put that file together. So let's see.
Yeah, it should be in the Angel Girls.
So why am I doing this, everyone? Don't worry about it. We'll find it later. We've got so much information, everyone, to disseminate. It's been really, really taxing on all of us to try and get this to flow and work. And you know, Angel Girl was going to be on the show, but she's had chemo and she's not feeling well. And we were planning on her being on the show and she's just not doing well. Today she's on her own because she doesn't have her caregiver with her on Saturday. So she's having to kind of fend for herself. So it's just bad timing for us. But if it's something we have to do, then we have to do it. I don't think we're going to have to, but
I'm finding them.
You know, the naysayers will be out there. But why am I doing this? Trust me, it's not for me. Did I want to have to do this? No. But I tell you what, I'm the type of person, I fight. I'm a fighter. I had my neighbor, somebody was going to pressure wash her driveway. I was going to charge her $900 to pressure wash her driveway. I threatened to whoop his ass. He called the cops on me. I said, you need to take that away right now. $800 to pressure wash a driveway with a hydro scrubber. Job took me 45 minutes. Didn't charge her nothing. But I charged her, it would only been a couple $100. She's a little old lady, retired pharmacist, and was being taken advantage of. Got the cops called on me because I was going to whoop his ass. It's who I am. They laughed when the cops got there. They're like, yeah, you're lucky that's not my grandmother, the officer said, actually. But you're allowed to charge whatever you want to charge. Just how it is.
You want to share that screen?
T-Rev's allowed to say whatever he wants to say, right? He's allowed to throw people under the bus and destroy their lives to save himself, right? I just want peace. I want to sleep at night and not be afraid. Well, I hope this helps. You know, I don't know what more I can do. I can assure you that T-Rev and his minions are going to spin it the other way. They might even bring Todd into it. But I'm going to give Todd this. I don't think Todd really knew what was going on. Don't think he did. I think once he heard T-Rev spinning it, he formed an opinion. But know this much, Todd. I'm a lot smarter than you think. And I know what you did. You're an opportunist. That's what you are. And you know what else you did? You better read. You better read the laws surrounding your sanctioning coaching career, because you violated some pretty egregiously, I might add. Pretty egregiously. My email is detectivejohn68@gmail. Still haven't heard from you, buddy. I think you need to reach out to me, because if not, you got something coming. And it could cost you. Could cost you. You may not be a coach anymore. Just putting it out there, buddy. Got something to say to Jennifer Coffendoffer, too. All the respect in the world for you, Jennifer. Don't think you vetted Mr. Austin, Trevor, don't think you did. Because had you, Jennifer, I know you would have not taken money from him because he paid you to be on his show. I know you wouldn't have taken money from him to be on that show. Had you known he was this deadbeat dad and owed over $50,000, nearly $50,000. It's not 50 yet. It's like a grand short, 49. I don't think you would have been on his show, Jennifer. So this is what I want everyone to do. Go to Jennifer Coffendoffer. Get her email. Send her a link to this show. Send her a link to my show, my first show. Jennifer, you might want to vet. You might want to vet before you take money and go on somebody's show. You know, some of these people have no integrity. Zero. They have zero credibility. Most of these shows have zero credibility. So what they do to get credibility is they hire people to come speak on their shows. Like Jennifer, who I respect. 100% respect Jennifer. Get that money. You've earned it. You worked a long time. You've got experience. You can talk about these cases because you're qualified. You're qualified. T-Rev's not qualified. Lana from Truth and Transparency, she thinks she's qualified. In fact, just caught her the other day. She did a Freudian slip. She said, my client, Kohlberger, she actually thinks, I've got that video and it's great. I'm going to share it when the time is right. She actually thinks in her mind that she's Kohlberger's attorney. She said, and my client, Brian Kohlberger, Brian said whatever his middle initial is, she said his whole name. I was rolling. Those Freudian slips, I love them. I do them often. She's not qualified. My buddy Brian, he's not qualified. He has her on the show too. All over the place. Trying to buy credibility. Because you got none. That's not what this show is going to be about. I'm going to have people, I'm going to have peers on this show. I'm going to have a good friend of mine, retired FBI agent, on this show. He's actually a professor at a university and is in charge of Homeland Security. Courses for Homeland Security at a major university. Super, super intelligent guy. Worked a couple good cases with him. And he'll be on my show. Got some law enforcement officers that'll be on the show. Got a crime scene investigator, a tech. He was for years very, very versed. And you know what? Don't think I'm going to have to pay him. I haven't asked him yet, but I don't think I'm going to have to pay him. But they may get really popular. And hey, they may come right off my show and be like Jennifer, making some money. Never know. More power to them.
The sun's going down. Can you tell?
So how long have we been on? An hour and 43 minutes. Oh, we got time.
Yeah.
We got time. So let's go back. I think that we've done a good job restoring the good name of Angel Girl 1980. What do you guys think in chat? Have we satisfied everyone? Do you believe what we're telling you? Or do you believe a man that hasn't paid his child support and owes almost $50,000 and he only has to pay $112 or $114? I don't have it in front of me. It's $112 or $114 a week for 2 kids. You gonna believe that guy? You gonna believe me?
And me.
Pretty simple. Pretty simple. I mean, I hope you believe me. I challenge each and every one of you. Make this man pay for what he did. End him and his show. Tell everybody that you know that has subscribed to him to unsubscribe. If you are subscribed to him, purposely go over there and unsubscribe. Only takes a second. Confronting likes T-Rev the rapper. With a smiley face. No, I think it was a...
That was a joke.
I'm getting paid big bucks to be on the show. I'll say anything. I'll go on anybody's show. Hell, if I'm getting paid $1,000 or $500 or whatever it is, I forget what she charges. But I know some of them charge like $1,000 an hour to go on a show. I'm going to patronize the hell out of that person. Oh, you're great, T-Rev. I love your rap. You think she loves his rap? You think she loves hearing the foul language in his rap? This is Jennifer Coffendoffer. She's a nice lady. She's not confrontational like me. I'm confrontational. I'll let you have it. I don't have a problem with it. Just because I'm a Christian doesn't mean that I can't be confrontational. Doesn't mean I can't call a spade when I see a spade. That's not what that means. It's what's in my heart that matters. And I'll be damned if I'm going to allow this little tyrant, this little deadbeat dad, this liar to grandstand every night behind this camera and snow each and every one of you. Each and every one of you. Put his dog back on his bed with a halo on his neck for like a month. Every time they see this dog, they're like, oh, look at Sosa. Named his dog after Sammy Sosa from the Cubs. Oh, look at Sosa. Treats for Sosa. Here's 20 bucks. Treats for Sosa. Here's 50 bucks. $1.99, $2.99. Super chat here, super chat there. What do you think? You think that guy's stupid? Sosa's nothing but a prop. He's a prop. Stroking on those heartstrings. Just stroking on them. Pay up, sucker. That's what he would say. Raising money, allegedly. Raising money. When he's got 2 children and a wife. A wife. He hasn't sent a birthday, Christmas card, nothing. In 7 years. Pull those kids back up. Thank you, son. I love you. Look at these kids. Alana. She goes by Alana. Her mom told me, you know what? Ask T-Rev if those aren't his kids. Ask him why my daughter's name's Alana.
You're so beautiful.
Guess what else I have? If you guys doubt it and I see any doubt, I'll post it. I don't need to post it, but I have it. Their marriage certificate. Oh, yeah, I have it. Sherry gave it to me. You look at that little boy in that black sweatshirt. What's it say? It's a throat punch day or something? It's a throat punch kind of day.
I need one
I
of
gotta
those.
I gotta get me one of those because
Yeah.
I'm feeling like, hey, Austin, I'm feeling like it's a throat punch kind of day for sure. And you know who I think deserves the throat punch?
Yeah, we all
I'll
know.
let the audience opine on that for a moment. But you know what? He's going to be a freshman this year. I think I misspoke and said a sophomore because my son's going to be a sophomore, and my son's a little bit older than him. So I said sophomore, and I apologize for that. Austin, I know you're going to be a freshman. But you know who I bet didn't know that? Your dad.
Right? That's okay.
Bet he didn't even know that.
They're so much better off without him.
Absolutely, guys. And trust me, I grew up without a dad. Look at me.
Me too.
I had no dad. But you know what I had? I had two strong women that raised me. And you know what? I prefer it that way because they made me diverse. You'll never hear me use the C word, ever.
No.
Austin, don't ever let anyone use that word. Do what's written on your jacket if you do. Just kidding. I don't promote violence. Just kidding. But if they say it to your girl or your mom, consider it.
Yeah. You know, I grew up.
Lana, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. I grew up abandoned by my bio dad, and I was adopted by a very wonderful man who is my dad. And his younger siblings that were his children, and they kind of got mean sometimes, and they would say, "Well, you're not really his blood." And so I go crying to my dad, and it's, oh, they hurt me. And he'd say, "Don't worry, I chose you."
Can we pull that up?
Anybody can be a dad. It takes a real man to be a father, and you guys deserve a real man in your life. That's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna read this letter that this little girl wrote. And I believe, if I'm right, Lana, you wrote it when you were 10, if I did the math right.
Yeah.
It says she wrote this to her father because her father wrote a rap song. That was a very disparaging rap song, very insulting rap song about their mother. Dear so-called father, it's sad seeing you post this when we were younger, but we grew up and you were never there for us. You never cared about me and Austin. That's how bad of a father figure you were to us. But it's okay because me and Austin realized we never needed you in our lives. You never asked me, or you never asked how me and Austin were doing, and you never checked up on us or called us. And you say you'll be a great dad. That's a lie. As well as the video you made. The only one who's been there for us is my mom. So whatever lies you want to tell people that we aren't your children or whatever. Did you hear that, guys? We aren't your children. Imagine this little girl feeling that way. That we aren't your children or whatever, or that my mom has kept us from you, which is all BS. You should let them know that our mom has only been there for us our whole life. And you never cared to ask my mom to talk to us. The last time we talked was in 2017, which was my birthday. And after that, we never saw you again or heard from you. We ended up homeless. Did you hear that, everyone? We ended up homeless. These two babies in this picture were homeless. we ended up homeless, and mom asked you to take care of us, and she asked for help so she can get back on her feet and get things together. And you read her message and you blocked her, because that's what he does. He ghosts people. He blocks them. Just a little click of a switch or a mouse or whatever, you're blocked. I hope every one of you and your friends see this and see how bad of a father you are, Austin Trevor Sweet. 10-year-old wrote that. My son's got the mouse. I don't have the mouse. So 10 years old. That's pretty compelling stuff right there, everyone. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to open up the phone lines. I'm going to open up the phone lines, everyone. I'm going to let you call in. I want everyone to take a moment. I'm going to give you a little bit of time. I'll give you each, let's say, 2 minutes. And if it's real compelling, I'll let you go a little longer. But I'm going to cut everybody off at about 2 minutes. So get your fingers ready. And here's the number. You know what's funny is when we're getting these numbers, these aren't like real phone numbers. They're through, an app. My real number's attached to it. But I had a whole list of them. And it was pretty funny. I'm sitting at the mic and I'm reading out these numbers. And I'm trying to think which number would sound the coolest. I think I had 15. And this number, 386-287-1997. 386-287-1997. I thought that flowed off the tongue pretty good. So that's what my number is going to be. So we're going to open up the phone lines. If anyone wants to call in, I really would welcome your comments. But don't get into, hey, John, I thought this was going to be a true crime station, our channel, blah, blah, blah. This is not what I expected, blah, blah, blah. I don't want to hear that mess. I sent out there the message before I even started the show that I had some things I wanted to clean up. I had some rights or wrongs I wanted to right. I had some things that were weighing on my conscience that I just had to take care of. I hope we've done that tonight. And we're going to do something for Austin and Atlanta and her mom. Haven't decided yet. I know I've got Kelly and Mindy working on it. We're going to figure out a way to, maybe give them a college scholarship if they even want to go to college. I don't know. They're going to have to tell me what their plans are. But we're going to figure out something for them. If there's something that they need, we're going to use this platform to try and get it for them. Something for school. We're going to figure something out. And I promise you, there won't be any where'd the money go. You'll have all the receipts. It'll come in. It'll go right there. If we have to buy whatever for them on Amazon and ship it to them, that's what we'll do. Never going to have to wonder where the money went. And our friend Angel Girl 1980, I'm sorry. I feel really bad. Brooke The number is 386-287-1997. Trying to set this as the first time, everyone, so bear with me. Are we ready? See my son? Did you see that? Pop in here, Tanner. He's my producer. It's scanning across the bottom of the screen too. I think he's about ready. Here we go. Hello. Press one. Hello, Brooklyn. How are you? Can you hear me okay? I hear you great. You're my first caller. I'll never forget your name. Never, I've been to court. I've been to. Oh, that's ironic. And you know what? My first trial out of state was on Court Street in Brooklyn. You know where Court Street dead ends to the Hudson. That's where all the courthouses are and everything. That's where I went. I thought I was Batman in Gotham City. It was crazy.
And your channel and everything.
Thank you
And
so much.
second off, I never liked T-Rev, never watched T-Rev, wasn't even really in the loop with everything that was going on. My jaw is on the floor. I cannot believe like what I'm hearing. This man who has the
And he knew it. He knew she was sick.
John, we can't hear Brooklyn again. We can't hear Brooklyn.
cancel culture is really just a load of bullshit because
Brooklyn, can you hear me? Hold on a second. We're having some kind of a
of course.
glitch. Can everybody hear Brooklyn or no?
We can hear her now.
We can hear her now? Okay. We had some kind of a glitch. We're hopefully
Oh, okay.
Go back to where you were talking about the exploitation of Angel Girl. That's fine. You can start there. I think they lost you at some point right there.
Of course I can. I just think it's interesting that a man who exploits victims, you know, for content with his spirit box, whatever bullshit he wants to do, like would turn around and do that to just a lay person who was posting videos of their grandchild doing gymnastics. Like that is so crazy to me.
Yeah, well, he did it because he posted a video that he wasn't supposed to post. We've got that. We've got that documentation. He knew he wasn't supposed to post it. He took those videos because she opened them up to him to take because they were trying to put this collage together and we were going to do a tribute on the show. He posted that stuff without talking to her for clicks, to get the clicks on the show, to get people to come in. And then when he was told it wasn't Xana, he refused to fix it. But instead, he twisted it and made it seem like absolutely to protect himself when it was just a simple misunderstanding. I mean, you could have just simply said, hey, look, guys, I messed up. I thought that was Xana. That was not Xana. That was her granddaughter. We've got pictures and video coming. We're doing a collage and we're trying to do this thing together for July 5th, which wasn't T-Rev's idea. It was Xana's birthday. But anyway, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Yeah, that's a great point. Cancel culture is not real. I love that. That should have been the title of this show. When I talked to you
Man,
earlier, that's what I would have put as the
I
title of
know.
this show. I might actually, can we change the title? I might add that to it.
You go right ahead. You take that. Yes.
That's brilliant. I better write it down.
Well, you have a
my gray
wonderful night.
matter is slow. I'm losing it. Cancel culture is not real.
Well, y'all have a great night. God bless you. God bless chat. God bless those kids. See y'all later.
Hey, thank you so much, Brooklyn. I really appreciate your time, and thank you for coming to the show.
Of course. Have a good night.
God bless you. Oh yeah, by the way, Brooklyn, you still there?
Yes.
I say
I'm
God
still
bless
here.
you. I say God bless you, and I mean it. He says God bless
Thank you.
He says God bless you. For what reason?
Dude, I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you.
Did you look in his Spirit Box show? See all the
I have only seen 2 episodes of a Spirit Box thing that he did, and it just was enough to turn me off. Like, I watched maybe 20 minutes of his content in my life.
Last I checked, Wicca, they don't believe in God, but I'm not sure. I may be ignorant, so somebody correct me. I mean, they believe in
Wicca.
Yeah, it's not.
Wicca's kind of one of those weird things where it depends on the person you talk to. Some people who practice Wicca will believe in Satan, they'll believe in God, they'll believe in the Greek pantheon, or they'll just be atheists who like to do fun little spells. It depends.
There you go. See, you just educated me because I didn't know any of that stuff. I've never really paid attention to the Wicca religion because I'm a Christian and I could care less.
Yeah.
But I know that he's talking about bringing some kind of sage out and all that stuff. As far as I know, we have a place called Casadega here and where I live. It's in DeLand or close to DeLand, Lake Helen. But it's supposed to be like one of the most spiritual places in the world, Casadega, Florida. And I know there's a lot of witchcraft and stuff out there. But
like new agey stuff.
Yeah, there's people standing out on the side of the road on boxes, and people come up and they're like, all the sun, moon, stars stuff and all that stuff. I don't know. But that's what he and his girl believe in. And I asked him, "Are you a Christian?" I asked him that. I said, "Because you're saying God bless you, and then you're doing the Spirit Box." I said, "Man, it's kind of like to me, it's like a contradiction. You can't I don't know. What do you believe in?" Well, his girl doesn't believe in God. That's what he said. He didn't answer for himself, but his girl doesn't.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's for content. Everything he's doing is for content. I really don't put any stock into anything he says, regardless if he believes in God or not. I could care less.
And you know what, Brooklyn, you're 100% correct. It's for content. It's manipulation.
Anyway, I'm a hop off because I don't want to take up too much of your time, and I'd like to let other people get a word in, but thank you so much.
Thank you. You have a great night.
You too.
Bye-bye. 386-287-1997. I know that the beeping was going on. I think Tanner took care of that, but lines are open. Go ahead and call in, everyone. If anyone has anything to say or an opinion, like to hear from you.
Call from Gianna.
Gianna.
Hey.
What's going on?
Not much. How are you guys doing?
Good, good. This is one of the rock stars. Just one of my first subs, I think, that came in, and I think you were actually snowed by Mr. T-Rev, weren't you, Gianna?
Yes, I was very fooled by him, and he has a lot of people very, very fooled, and it's just sad how he ran his Discord. It was all about getting Detective John and digging up all this dirt on you. And it's just sickening. And he has these little lap dogs that are like more than willing to do all of this dirt for him.
Yeah,
And the second that I left, he attacked me.
because he knew you were probably gonna switch to the good side, right?
Well, absolutely. I figured, let me see what John's talking about. Maybe, what T-Rev is saying isn't true. And sure and behold, you came with receipts, and T-Rev has 0 receipts.
He had 0 receipts. He the man actually said I was a convicted felon.
Yes,
I was
they actually pulled that up in Discord.
I was a wife beater. I was, what else? Oh, wait. Somebody else said that I was a PED.
I don't recall that. I just know about the abusive.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Wow. I'm so sorry that
Oh, yeah.
he's done this to you.
Oh, yeah. Pretty amazing.
And when I first came, it's just disheartening to me because I was very fooled by him, and I know a lot of people that are very fooled by him. And I wanted to apologize to you because I really was buying into it. And when I took a step back, when things weren't adding up, and he was so adamant that everybody in Discord could not watch you, it was either we ride and die for him or we had to leave. And I chose to leave.
Ride and die. Beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
that's exactly what he thinks. He actually thinks that he owns the true crime community. He owns it.
No, he doesn't.
He thinks that, though, in his little demented
Oh,
mind.
I know.
He does. And he thinks that he owns his subscribers. He thinks that because you subscribe to him that you can't subscribe to anyone else. He truly thinks that.
Absolutely. We got like yelled at if we even mentioned another channel.
What?
Yeah, we got yelled at. I'm 43 years old.
Yeah, but he's used to yelling at women because that's what he does. I've heard the stories.
Yeah. And then he's got his little mean girl clique in the Discord that, like, if you mention another channel, like I saw them run out this girl who literally made a suggestion to give her some likes, and they were calling her all kinds of names and just attacked her. It was really sickening. And that's when I was like, yeah, this is not a place for me. I'm not a mean girl. I'm not a bully.
You know who's the most sickening of all of them in there?
Yeah, I do.
Go ahead. You can say her name.
It's Hollis and it's Mar, Paige. There's a lot of them. Delana.
Hollis. You know who T-Rev can thank for me finally saying, you know what, I'm going to put a case together. I'm going to build a case. I'm going to do my thing. You know who T-Rev can blame? Hollis.
Yeah, and they put up all this stuff about you.
Redeem Angel Girl anyway. But as I dug up more and more and more stuff. And Hollis.
Yeah.
So if everybody wants to say thank you, you're welcome. Hollis.
Yeah, I'm disgusted by that because, yeah, he had everybody fooled too about Angel Girl, and what was done to her just literally made me cry tonight because I'm just heartbroken that somebody could do that to someone that is ill. And, it's not fair. So we didn't know. I didn't know he had a wife and had kids and that he was a deadbeat father. I didn't know any of that. Had I known that, I never would have watched his channel and I never would have supported him. I promise you that.
I know you wouldn't. And I would hope and pray that every single sub that he has feels the same way as you. Any woman, any mother, if she doesn't feel that way, it's insane to me. I've got a serious issue with people if they truly can turn a blind eye to what has happened here and what this man has done and support him. I have a problem with that.
I do too. And it's just like, now that the truth is out, anybody that can still support him, they need to go get checked because there's something morally wrong with them. Morally. And it just makes me sick to know that I actually bought into it and I was supporting him. Had I known any of this, I would have turned him in immediately and I would have sent money to his wife and his kids. It's just heartbreaking.
Let me
And I feel so bad for them.
Let me ask you this. How much, and you don't have to answer if you don't want to, but if you're comfortable with it, how much money do you think you've given him?
It's embarrassing. It's probably at least over 500.
Did you hear that, everyone? At least over 500. So when you donated, were you donating like $20 a pop or $25 a pop or
yeah, it'd be $5 like here, $5 there, $10. One time it was $75 because he needed help with buying some new equipment. And then to find out he's making $18,000 a month, but yet he needed help to buy equipment.
He bragged to me that he was started buying a new studio because he just made $18,000. I want to say, I cannot remember exactly the month. It was either February or March. I'm pretty sure. He slipped and he said, "Mom, I just made 18 grand building me a new studio. We're rocking, we're growing, we're doing this, we're doing that." Promise you. That's what he said. $18,000. And then when he did the Sosa thing,
yes,
I didn't feel right about it. You know what?
Yeah, I didn't do it. I didn't donate for Sosa.
How many times did he have that dog before the show sitting next to him? Not many.
Oh, he worked that dog.
Oh,
he
yeah.
had the dog showing with a little cone on and
before
everything
the
was
dog
full
was either on the ground, maybe you never saw it, but then it was up on a bed behind him.
Yep, exactly. But I donated to the Xana Fund, and just knowing all this is just it's heartbreaking, and I feel like a damn fool. But let me just tell you, karma is real, and karma is coming for T-Rev.
Yep. I think karma's already hitting T-Rev pretty hard. I think just having his children on this show and his wife on this show where everyone can see. Do you know that I got snapshots that someone sent where they're saying that we made all this up? This is all a lie. Those are actors.
No, it's not.
Those are actors that I brought into the show to destroy T-Rev.
No, this is all true. This is all real stuff that he has done, and he has really hurt people, and he has wronged people, and he's been lying to people. And my only thing is that I will help in any way to make sure that he never will be on Paramount Pictures. He will never be on a news station again, that nobody will ever want to do any type of work with him, because he is a con man, he is a fraud, and he should have to pay all that money back to people, because if I get my money back, it's going to his wife and his kids. I promise you that.
Well, we're going to do something for them. Look what this person said right here. This is the, I think she's 17, almost 17 years old, sister.
Mm-hmm.
Because T-Rev's wife had a relationship before, and she had an older daughter when they met.
Mm-hmm.
This is the sister. Says Trev chose his own path. She's actually in North Carolina right now with her father. The mom told me that she was going to be checking in. T-Rev chose his own path. When my mother picked him up to see his children, he got my mother pulled over and was arrested for having narcotics and a weapon in the car.
Oh, wow. I am so sorry, honey, that you did that to your mother.
For his own. And then the mom told me this story too. The cops had to draw down on him because he was reaching for his weapon under his seat.
Are you serious?
I haven't seen the report. So they thought that they were going to get shot. It was crazy.
Oh, I am so sorry, Sherry.
It's called overt movement. So when a police officer comes up to a car and typically, you know, a cop will come up to the left side, the driver's side of the car. Well, this cop, she said, came around like he was going to go that way,
Mhm.
and then went around to the passenger side and looked in and saw him grabbing the gun and trying to throw it underneath the seat. And
Oh,
he drew
those
down
poor
on him.
babies.
And he drew down on him, and the everybody was freaking out. She said, "Oh my God, I thought I was going to get shot." And he wouldn't take his hand off the gun. Oh yeah. So he gets arrested, right? And he's got 3
Mhm.
phones on him. Now, me being in
Oh,
narcotics,
wow.
there's really very few reasons why you got 3 phones on you, you know.
Oh, I can tell you why.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna, you know, make a suggestion here, but I think everybody's got a clear
Yeah.
idea. Well, one of those phones had a bunch of information on it about certain illicit activity, and
Wow.
he said it was her phone.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
I, I am so sorry that happened to Sherry and those babies. My heart breaks for them, and I just want them to know that things are going to turn around for them.
Things
Things
are
are going to get better.
and
Yes.
they're not. And Sherry wanted me to say they're no longer in Section 8. She's done very well. She's fought really hard. She goes to work. She has to be 5 o'clock in the morning. She said, "John, 5 o'clock in the morning comes quick. I'm so sorry. I wanted to talk to you last night, but I fell asleep. I had to go to work." She's not working tomorrow, so she's watching this show. And she wanted me to say, hey, they're no longer in that, you know, predicament. She's
Right. And you
worked
know what? There's
really
no reason.
hard.
There's nothing wrong.
Yeah, they still need help. Don't get me wrong.
Well, right.
But they're not homeless.
Thank God.
Not in Section 8 anymore. So I didn't get it. I didn't
Wonderful
delve into
place.
the finances, but I'm sure, you know, that it's not easy for her. I mean, and look at those kids. Tanner, can we pull the kids up again?
Oh, they're beautiful,
Yeah,
and they look just like tea.
You tell me
How
that they
could you
don't look
deny
like
them?
we can't
They
pull
could
it
be
up.
twins.
Yeah, we can't pull it up because for some reason we got to figure it out, but it mutes the call. But those kids look exactly like him. Not that I'm not saying he's good looking, but the kids are good looking. So they must
The
have.
kids are good looking. Yes.
I think it's the eyes. The eyes definitely are him.
Yeah,
So,
you can totally tell that those are his children, and shame on him. Shame on him for what he did to them.
And to rap about it.
That's sickening.
To call their mother a prostitute on the show.
Wasn't his mother a prostitute?
I don't know. I know his mother was into drugs, but you know what? I've got pictures of his mom with the babies. She doesn't look like a prostitute.
I think everything that came out of his mouth is a lie. To be honest with you, I think he's a narcissist, and I think his whole life is nothing but a lie.
You think?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I really, honestly, I do.
I think
it's
if you were to pull up narcissist in the dictionary, it should have a picture of T-Rev right next to it.
Absolutely.
And
well, I just wanted to give you guys a call.
Yep. Well, I appreciate you, and I hope to have you. I hope everybody likes and subscribes and gets the algorithm out there so we can get more people in the show.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You deserve this, and I'm so glad that you are finally out here telling the truth and you get your vindication because it is well deserved. And again, I apologize for ever believing a word that came out of that little man's mouth.
Well, it's sad. And for the record, you know, Austin Jr. and Lana, we're not trying to hurt your dad as far as that's not what it's about. It's not about that. It's about getting you guys the $50,000
Yes.
that he should have given your mom.
Absolutely.
It's about that. It's about helping your mom out because this man made a ton of money. You just heard this nice lady on this show. One person has given him $500 And what kind of time frame were we talking about?
That's only on like within a month and maybe a month and a half. It wasn't long. I wasn't there very long.
$500 in 1 month.
Mhm. And I'm a single mom of 3 daughters. I'm doing very well, thank God. But it's just the point that I'm also a single mom. So when I heard about the kids and Sherry, my heart broke. I'm like, I didn't even know this. I knew nothing about this. And to know that somebody could do that, it's sickening. And that I was a part of supporting someone like that is taking a toll on me. It's making me not feel very good.
Well, don't feel that way, because there's 33,500 other people that are in the same boat as you. I'll say that.
Well, I hope that they all wake up.
Well, I don't know. I question some of them. I know there's some really good people in there with big hearts, but this is like a cult almost. It is.
It really.
It's weird.
It is.
It's like
And
Rev Gang forever, like this thug like gang, literally a gang, like the Crips and the Hood and the Bloods.
yeah, it's
Crazy.
It's disgusting. And sitting in Discord, you'd have people in there, the same ones from sun up to sundown, like they had no life, and they would literally just be posting recipes and memes and just the most nothing about the true crime community. And then here would come T-Rev stirring the pot. Oh, did you see what Lana said about me? Did you see what Detective John said about me? And he gets everybody riled up. And then he's like, all right, well, we got to find all this dirt on John, and we're going to do this and we're going to do that. And they're all like, yes, sir. How high do you want me to jump? It's disgusting.
Did you
It's
know
really
they
disgusting.
posted? Did you know they posted my address and my driver's
When
license?
I did not know that. All I saw was the
yeah.
part where they made up a false like police record about you or something, and then he took it down, and then he reposted it under anonymous.
Yep, under 2 anonymouses.
Yes, and that had been in the works in Discord, and I caught that a few times, but I really wasn't sure what it was about. I thought maybe like that was really your record. No, they were trying to do a smear campaign against you.
Yeah, it's pretty disheartening. Do you think if I was a convicted felon that I would be able to be, the job that I had after I left law enforcement, the background check to get those 2 jobs, there were 2 different corporations. It was like being in the FBI, because I had to deal with HIPAA and all kinds of stuff. So any convictions on my record, even misdemeanors, I would have never made it through. So what they did was absolutely nefarious lies, and they tried to spin a situation into something that it wasn't, and just like they do everything else.
Yeah, and I've been talking to a really good friend of mine who was also a part of that group and has left. And he actually sent me a message to let you know that more people are going to be contacting you with information to help your case, because they have facts of what he has been doing and what he's been trying to do to you. So just look out for your emails. They're going to be coming through. There's a lot of people that he had really fooled, but now have seen the real truth. And like my friend said, he had him believing that you weren't even a cop.
Yeah. And you know what? Oh my goodness. I just have to say, I haven't even had time to even look at them. I've got over 300 emails. That's a new email I created. 300 that I haven't read yet, just since the first show. I tried.
There he is. He just came up on the chat. But yes, you have people that have your back.
Oh,
you have people that are
friend you're talking
going to help
about?
you.
Who's your friend?
Yes, just Larry.
Just Larry. Hey, buddy.
Yep, he's a good man, a very good man.
Conning people committing. You're right, and that's what I said. He's committed crimes, kind of off the cuff.
Yes.
Civil with the child support, but it's going to be criminal.
Mm-hmm.
Now they know where he is, and they'll be knocking on that door.
Exactly. And Larry and I both were wondering, we started thinking, like, when all that money was raised and supposedly it went to that little girl Journey, we were kind of sitting back going, well, how much money did she really take from there? Like, supposedly they got 3,000 and something dollars, but what was the real amount
That's what
that
I'm
was
thinking.
raised?
And you know what, Todd? I'm gonna say it again because I know somebody knows Todd's got to reach out to Todd. I'm not gonna reach out to him. I know what his gym name is. He's here in Florida where I am. He's not too far away from me, and I'm not gonna drive over there. But Todd, you better email me, buddy, because I'm telling you
Yes, I'm explaining.
what you did. Woo, buddy, you won't be a coach anymore. You won't be a coach anymore. But I'm going to give you the benefit of doubt because I think you too may have been manipulated just a little bit.
I could see that too.
I think also, I think that he's an opportunist and he saw an opportunity.
And he took it.
33,500 subs, opening a new gym. I think he saw a bit of an opportunity there. What do you think?
I think he did, because I don't think he had all the answers. When he got asked certain questions, he didn't have an answer for it. So kind of made me wonder if this guy was really legit.
You know what he did? He went through and watched a bunch of T-Rev shows. Because you're telling me that he just conveniently comes on and he flashes back to these shows from months ago and he remembers what was said and just conveniently he's on these shows. Did you notice that? Now he either has been on the show all along, or he went back and he's just been watching the shows over and over, which could be true because he's quoted me and a lot of this legal stuff that I was going over. He almost said exactly the same exact thing that I said. I mean, it's just almost plagiarism. Not that anybody couldn't come up with that, but I mean,
it's just very disturbing because I fell for that too at first, but then I started questioning him. I'm like, well, he doesn't really have an answer. So I don't know. It was kind of like, okay, this guy, is he a fraud? Because apparently he saw the show and he reached out to T, and who knows the real truth at this point. I mean,
it's pretty sus, isn't it?
It is very. But I'll let you go so other people can call you.
All right, darling. Thank you very much. And I look forward to having you on.
You guys have my support.
Please tell everyone that you know that you said you have a lot of friends that were snowed. Hey, we're not going to get snowed over here. We're going to have fun. And what I want, this is what I want. I want everyone that listens to this show, that goes on these other shows and listens and hears something crazy that's being said by some of these so-called creators, send it to me. Because you know what we're going to do? We're going to address these comments. We're going to address this nonsense. And I've already challenged the one guy from Australia or wherever he's from. What's his name? Harsh Reality.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. He's a funny guy. I'll give him that. I kind of like him. But, to get on his big platform and start spewing how much he hates our justice system and talks about our police officers and says the things he says, he's not even American. I'm an American, buddy. You better be.
Exactly.
I've sent him an open invite. I posted it. Come on to this show with that garbage, buddy. I'm not going to bite your head off, but you better be prepared.
Right.
You're harsh. You better be prepared. You think you're a funny guy? I'm a funny guy, but I'm a serious guy. You're insulting my country. You've got subs from my country on your show condoning what you say. Hey, I'm going to say it. Piss off, mate.
Yes.
Come on to my show and bring that stuff. You better be prepared, buddy.
I love it.
Hey, you have a great night.
All right.
Thank you.
You too. Thank you, John.
And I look forward to
God bless you too. Okay.
All right. Good night.
Bye-bye.
Bye. 386. That was a lovely call. 2 back-to-back great calls. And I'm so proud right now. I'm very proud. I have faith in human beings once again. So please call in 386-287-1997. 386-287-1997. Lines are open. Hi, Marie Zewick. Hey, Marie, how are you? Let's see. All right, we're going to open up the line. So if you want to call in, please. We're at 11:32 p.m. We've been running for 2 hours and 35 minutes and 29 seconds. Hey, if you haven't, please like and subscribe so we can get the algorithm up and get this show out there rocking and get people aboard and start talking about, some good stuff. Like and subscribe. That helps me out, helps get the show out there. And if you don't know where to like and subscribe button, it's the thumb. Press that. It's a little thumbs up. And subscribe. It'll say subscribe down below the screen on the left. So it's free, guys. It doesn't cost anything to do that. So please, every show, if you can like, and if you can subscribe, if you're not, bring your friends in, bring your family in, let's get it up, get that algorithm up.
Call from
Rob. What's up,
John?
buddy? Hey, buddy.
How are you, bud? Don't mind the dog barking because I'm speaking, and apparently he thinks it's attack mode. First, I want to say, looking forward to the future of talking about cases in your intelligence. When I found you when Midget Man, which I laughed hard the other night when we were talking about the 5'3", 5'4" thing. That was hilarious. When he had the supposed Brian Koberger call, but he kept milking that when the timeline meant Koberger had to call while he was with his father in the car. It just didn't add up. So, but he kept going with it because that's what it was. And I found that on Twitter, and then I heard you, and at first I'm again a little suspect of, okay, here's somebody this and that, because you put things in such a layman's term. Okay, it wasn't okay. Here, detective, blah blah blah. It was how the average Joe could understand that.
Right.
So I look forward to hearing that from you. There's so many other cases.
Well,
I commented.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I commented the other night that I'm looking forward to, and I feel like well, I shouldn't feel like it, because anybody that looks back, everything he does is Idaho 4.
Yeah.
And that bothers me, because to me, all the quote donations that he's taking in, to me, that's blood money. And he just keeps going. His entire channel, and I unsubscribed months ago. And in fact, how I found out, and I actually looked for you, was, YouTube will show up suggested, and it suggested one of his channels. So I clicked on it, and somebody said Detective John. He was like, "No, that guy's never going to be on my show." So I Googled it up, and I found your first post that you had made.
Right.
And it was like, okay, so this guy is now finally tired of this guy's shit. Sorry, excuse my language.
No, you're good.
And it was the guy. I had a problem with the guy. I understand how the YouTube and you can make money from it. I understand how that works.
Right.
And it was like, how the hell is this? I'm not good. I'm not good with it. I was not cool with what he had. And I'm glad somebody exposed him. And it seemed like a fraud before you did your research. And, well, Babylon forever. I always had a couple of beers. But I look forward to the future and your experience that you can bring. There's so many other cases. But I've just got a problem with a guy like that. Obviously, now it's worse to find out how he's left his children, but he's still raking in money, which to me is blood money, because you hit it right on the head the other night of kicking a dead horse.
It is, and I told him multiple times, dude, you need to move on, because you're starting to lose credibility. And that's when I don't know if you remember the post I made. I said, hey, look, guys, you're not going to see me much more on this show, because I just don't feel like there's anything left to talk about until trial, or we have some major documents dropping. But it's you're just not going to see me. You might see me around trial time, but the whole time I was, getting ready to launch my just my link, and he got mad. I don't know if you remember the rant he got when somebody said it's the Detective John show. And
no, I already unsubscribed from him.
Oh my goodness, he went ballistic. This is my, he's pounding his chest, expectorating all over the place. It was disgusting. And I'm just sitting there going, what is this guy is unhinged. And then he goes, this is the mistake he made. If Detective John wants to start his own show, I'll support him. I stored that in my gray matter, and I used it. I even did a video. T-Rev said that if I wanted to start my own show, he'd support me, and hopefully we can work together. That was all a ruse, man. It was a ruse.
Yeah. He's the guy that if you can benefit him, he's your friend. But when you're no longer, when you're no longer going to benefit him, or you want to advance yourself, and I just from listening to you on his show, I understand you never had any intention to go and starting your own show. But I hope that you understand, at least all of us who have initially subscribed and those that will subscribe going forward will respect your experience and what you can explain from being there. And it's not what I dreamt up, or even the cable news, when you get somebody who's experienced it,
right,
they're looking to sensationalize it for whatever the ratings are. We don't need that. We need somebody, and it can be addictive to somebody who can tell it to us guys just watching, that this is how it goes. And I don't even recall, there was something you had said, and I hike a lot, so I listen to podcasts or whatever while I'm out hiking. And you had said something one day, and it just hit me. And because again, people are going to be suspect to what you say you are when you don't know. And it's like, yeah, this guy's not any bullshit. He really is this, and he's really putting it out there. And I tuned in when you were on. I paid more attention because am I going to listen to somebody who's lived this, or am I going to listen to somebody who has no idea, but they're throwing out speculation? And his show turned into conspiracy theory 101. And I don't want to call myself a troll, but I would make shitty comments into the thing of, when they were accusing these girls of selling drugs.
Yeah.
Okay. Even a law enforcement, do they show anything that would make you think they were in a drug deal? No.
No.
I mean, it wasn't there. And he's throwing that out, but it was grasping at straws to what conspiracy can I throw up? And down the road, I look, and I know you have to do what you're doing right now. And I respect the hell out of that, because nobody.
You know why he quit doing the conspiracy stuff?
No.
Because I told him I was going to leave the show if he went down that road like these other like these other shows did. I told him I wasn't going to come back. So he quit doing them. And then he jumped on the bandwagon with me, because I kind of lost my cool one day and went after some of these so-called creators. And I still catch crap for it because I dropped the F-bomb a couple times, and that's not really me. But it was kind of in the company I was keeping for the past, several months. And
Sure.
I went after some of these other creators. And then you started seeing old T-Rev all of a sudden he's against all these creators because he knew the direction that I wanted to take. And truth be told, he didn't want me to leave the show, but he didn't think that I would do what I did. So I warned him, gave him every opportunity to change. I tried to, and I sincerely mean this. I tried to mentor the little fella, and especially about that spirit box. I told him, I said, that spirit box, don't involve me in that spirit box. And then he tried to twist that. I
had never heard. I don't know if he started that after I stopped watching him. I had never heard about the spirit box until you mentioned it the other night.
Mm-hmm.
He was just, I don't know. There was just something. To me, it was just a tinfoil hat stuff with him.
Yeah.
And like him and Alex Jones would probably get along really well.
Yeah,
it was
exactly.
And
that's a good analogy.
I started watching because of the whole, when it went viral about it, maybe it was Kohlberger, and I wanted to hear about it because that was the night they got Kohlberger, or the day they got Kohlberger, that was the first I heard anything about that. I didn't know.
Right.
And so I found a link to him on Twitter, and so I got onto it. And I'm listening because I'm like, okay, how do I not know this? And as I'm listening, then a day or two later, you're on there. And at first, like, okay, well, this guy says this and this. You were hard to believe because you were so layman. It was like I was sitting in a bar stool with you. And I don't recall what you said. And it was like, okay, this guy has it together. This guy is for real. I didn't need a picture. I didn't need a badge. Right. You said something that triggered that. And so now I respect what you're doing right now because you have a internet troll who has a Facebook page, who is, you helped make money, now trying to go against your credibility. So you have to fight back. And I respect the hell out of that. And I think I commented that the other day after your first post. And I respect the hell out of that. And you probably need to do that for a little bit. But I look forward on your channel, and I think this is where you'll be successful, and probably, I don't know how big you want to take it, but when we can get into other cases, your experience, your opinion, and making it really to true crime, I think your channel's gonna be great. And it's unfortunate that you have to do what you're doing, but you have to do what you're doing.
Yeah, I could be that guy that turns the other cheek, but I'm just not that guy. I'm just not him.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I wasn't built that way. You know, my mom, you know, they taught me to be a fighter because they had to fight their whole lives, and I didn't need a man to make me a fighter. I needed someone with and
you're talking about your Mima the other night, brought a tear to my eye.
Yeah.
Okay.
Strongest
my
life. 15.
My grandma was my mother.
Yep. I mean it's and she taught me, like I said, I grew up in her nursing home because my mom was very young. She was 15. She got in the medical profession, but she worked her butt off, worked midnights a lot, and 11 to 7 shift most of the time. So I spent a lot of time with my grandparents, and you know, I would have to. And they tried to twist that around because I said that I was with one of my favorite patients when I was a kid, and I felt her spirit leave when I was keeping her mouth moist to keep her lips from cracking because she was just breathing so fast. She ran a marathon, I swear, for 2 hours. I couldn't breathe that fast that long. She was 101 years old. And I could feel when she left, when her last breath left, I swear to this day, I felt her spirit leave and go to heaven. And they tried to turn that around, that I believed in a spirit box. Now, how is that even remotely close? And then he posts a text that or a conversation we had where I deny the spirit box. I'm like, look, man, leave me out of that. Totally look bad on him. Kind of idiot is he? I'm totally telling him, yeah, don't bring up that spirit box around me, bro. I don't. You believe what you want to believe. I don't believe in that stuff. Yeah.
He has that audience looking for that kind of stuff. And you talk about, my grandma was an RN at a nursing home.
Mm-hmm.
And I was made to go volunteer there. So when you were talking about that the other night, I just had tears in my eyes. I thought back to when grandma made me go there. Am I a better human now? Yes, just like you are, because you experienced that kind of thing. And a difference between somebody like you and I and T-Rev, we care about others. He is a narcissist who is looking for what's going to help me.
Exactly.
And what I don't know if he started his channel from that, because again, I found him in December, whenever they arrested Koberger.
Right.
And it became that. And I know you're starting your channel for what most people tune in for: true crime.
That's it.
Look how much. I drive a lot for work. You can only listen to the music so much, so you find podcasts to listen to.
Right.
And
windshield time.
There's a lot.
Windshield time.
What's that?
I call that windshield time. That's the best time.
Oh, yeah.
I talk to myself all the time. If I'm mad at somebody, I yell at the window in the car.
And if you haven't done it, you don't get it. But you can only listen to music so much. And when you're out on the road, I'm out. I drive 4 to 5 hours a day.
Yeah.
You find podcasts. God, I listen to so many podcasts. But you know what? Who I listen to? Dateline, Missing in America, 2020, things that draw you in.
Right.
And there's just a demand for it. And when you have that educated person that has been there, or at least understands what's happening, I'm looking forward to that, to having that. And because I didn't know it from YouTube, I started subscribing on YouTube because one of my friends has a pretty successful channel in New York of doing live streams. And so I always tune into his stuff. Boogie Bob, let me name plug my band. But I started tuning in from that, and then of course you find T-Rev from the Twitter during the Koberger, because you're looking to be educated. I look forward to it, and I appreciate it. Normally, I'm not somebody who would call. Obviously, I was out tonight. I got home, had a couple drinks. I tune in, and I just want to know I appreciate what you're doing in defending yourself, and I look forward to hearing your experience and knowledge of. There's so much. Again, there's so much.
You know what? And I'm gonna respond to a couple things you said, and I really appreciate what you're saying. I try to be as humble as I can be. There's a lot more former police officers out there with more experience than I have. Better resumes than I have, but I looked at things a little bit differently when I was in law enforcement. I tried to have a more of a compassionate heart, and that's why I was successful in getting confessions and talking to victims and doing things like that, and I enjoyed it. But there's also another aspect that I've worked on my whole life, and I struggled with it at times because I found that I didn't like condescending people. And sometimes I would find, I would think about something that I just said to somebody and walked away. And I would think, you know what, was I being a smart aleck or was I being condescending? I wondered how that person felt. And you had said something earlier about how I kind of explain things in layman's terms. And I did that on the show, and I even explained why I was doing that. I said, look, I can go into all this. I can sound like a cop, or I can sound like a cool cop. You know what I mean? What do you want? Which do you want? Do you want somebody that's, you want somebody that's just professional and I wear, I can come on and wear a suit. I can do all that stuff. Or do you want somebody that's going to talk to you like, a teacher would? Somebody that's trying to help you understand how these processes work. Fortunately where I worked, very busy, working in Central Florida areas, Daytona Beach we're just spring break capital of the world at one time. We bike week, race weeks, we're humping all the time. So I had a lot of experience in a short amount of time, relatively, me doing, if I, a year where I would be like 5 years at most departments because of the workload we had. And it was, I was a, young kid. I had 2 children when I was young. I had a house and a career and 2 kids by the time I was 22 years old. Went to work, came home every day, worked 3 jobs at one time. But, I want to be, I want to portray a humbleness, and I don't want people to think that all cops are, these hard, whatever people think of cops nowadays. I don't even know. I'm confused today. I'm confused. How do people really feel about cops? Is the media really destroying that image so badly? I mean, do people really, really, really all feel like these cops that are handling this case in Idaho set this man up, that they planted that knife sheath? Do they really think that? Because you know what? People really do believe that knife sheath was planted. They really believe that stuff. They really believe that 4 different agencies would conspire together to plant DNA on a sheath and put it on a bed next to 2 brutally murdered women. Or I keep saying that N word, and I shouldn't. I am not allowed to say that. I'm sorry, YouTube. Unalived. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to use a code moving forward. Down here, the M word is called Signal 5. So when you hear me say Signal 5, you'll know what that means. So moving forward, if I say Signal 5, that's what that's going to mean. So, people really believe that.
But you have people right now who they don't want to admit it, but they're anti-cop.
Oh yeah,
and they won't say that. They're
anti-cop. One yesterday. I hate cops. I'll never support cops. No matter what you say, I'll never support them. I'm like, there you go, cop hater.
Look at that. I'm sure you saw it went viral with the boat attack this week. And there are people that turned that into a race thing. That wasn't a race thing. That was jerk offs who started a fight that got beat up, and it just happened to be different races. And it was like, oh, well, they attacked people. Well, you know what? Go on World Star. People share World Star things that multiple people are attacking someone of the same color. And there are just so many people now looking at that. But when you have somebody promoting conspiracy theories, we had, not to get into a political thing, I'm a conservative, but I understand that we had a president who promoted conspiracy theories. You have people into true crime promoting conspiracy theories. You have someone like News Nation, who I respected the hell out of until recently with the UFO stuff, promoting conspiracy theories.
Yeah.
None of that is positive in helping anything going on.
I
And
don't
it comes down to
where stuff is coming from all of a sudden. It's crazy.
what's that?
I said I don't get all the UFO stuff all of a sudden. It's kind of crazy.
Do you watch News Nation?
Yeah, sometimes I watch. You know what? To be honest with you, I don't watch much news anymore at all. I'm so busy throughout the day, and I don't even have cable TV anymore. I just watch YouTube and catch News Nation or whatever. I catch reruns. I listen to
I had
a lot of windshield time during the day too, so I listen to the radio and.
I had stopped cable news altogether, and a friend of mine, I won't name drop him, embarrass him, is on Dan Abrams occasionally,
right?
And who I respect the hell out. I think he's probably the most honest guy in media on TV, at least right now. Mm-hmm. And so that's how I got watching News Nation, and so that was what I was kind of tuning into. Right. And then to see the stuff with the UFOs, and you turn on the other channels, nobody's looking at that, and they're all in. And to me, that's as bad as the stuff that T-Rev is doing. Okay, of the conspiracy theories, and it's not being proved. It's this, and if you know what, if the evidence is there, it's gonna get thrown out. Why do you not see a picture? Why do you not see this? And to this day and age, the digital, and that's what eventually is going to take down Brian Kohlberger, is the digital assets.
Yeah, the footprint.
And
footprint's going to take him down, and it's they're trying to discredit everything, and the PCA was all the PCA has to have is just enough evidence to extradite him from Pennsylvania. That's all they needed the PCA from. And people are taking the PCA and thinking that's the tell-all. That's all they got. But I promise you, everyone, this is going to be like the Murdaugh case. It's going to be a lot like the Murdaugh case. You will see. You will see. And I cannot wait to see that. And I think it's going to be epic. And it's going to shut a lot of people down. But it won't shut people like TNT down. Won't shut her down. She'll keep on with her nonsense. And I tell you, it's unbelievable. But I'm going to let you go.
What's the word? What's the word? Real quick before I let you go. What's the word? Sensationalism sells. Is that the way to put it?
Sells. Exactly. So the more obscene you can be, the more out there you can be. It's almost like people want attention so bad that they will say just about anything to piss people off. It really is. It does seem like that, though. Let's see what outlandish theory I can come up with to upset people so I can get attention. It's like that little 3-year-old kid that's not getting attention and throws a temper tantrum. That's what it's like to me. It's crazy to me. But I don't know. It's
John, I appreciate your time. I appreciate letting me ramble. I look forward. I look forward to you finishing burying the little midget, and I look forward to what you're going to do, and the other cases that you got to talk to. But respect the hell out of you for standing up for yourself to the little guy.
Well, I tell you, I want to say one thing before you go, and I want everyone to know, we're not just going to cover cases. And I'm going to let this out there now, and I want people to start putting together things that have happened to them in their lives, crime related. And I'm going to allow them to come onto the show and tell their story. Now, I'm going to vet you, so don't think I'm just going to let you come on here and make up a story. But I want to hear your stories, and I want to hear the impact that it's had on your lives. I want to hear any kind of injustice that happened about the case. Maybe the person that did it got off. There's somebody out there listening right now that has been a victim, and the person that did it got off. I want to hear about those stories. I want to talk about them. I want people to opine about them. I want to figure this out because I know people have stories to tell. And I truly think that we can, I know that it's going to be something that's going to be big. I really do. I think that
I look forward to
those things too. All right, buddy.
Simon, I've got one for you when we get to that point, and I appreciate it. I appreciate your ear. You got a subscriber. I'll spread the word best I can, and look forward to it. Thank you. God bless you.
Appreciate you.
And look forward to it. Have a good night. Thanks.
Call from
386. Oh, we got another call coming in. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Hello.
How's it going? How's it going, detective?
How are you? Who's this?
A big fan of yours, and you're finally telling the truth about this T-Rev piece of fucking shit.
Oh man, who is this?
I'm a spirit box, an ectoplasm.
Ecto? Is this Ecto?
Yes.
Dude, I love it. And we got a deadbeat T-Rev too, right? A deadbeat something. I saw it the other day.
No, this dude, I've been like this guy. You're like, I can't do this. This is YouTube. This is hard to do. But you did it. You just like you can just talk for hours and hours, and people are just glued to you. Like at work, I just listen to you all day long, and I was like, damn. I was like, you know how to talk, you know how to do this. It's like, yeah, you're gonna go on to your I'm looking so much forward to true crime stuff that you're gonna do. But T-Rev, bash him, bash, smash him down fucking hard, because that guy's a fucking piece of shit.
You know what, man? I just kind of, and my son's sitting here, and my kids are getting upset at some of the stuff, and I'm like, we got this. Don't worry about it.
They should look up to you. This
stuff.
is the guy you look up to right now. It's like, shit, look up to you.
Yeah. I mean, my 15-year-old son's sitting here, and he's like, he's a lot like me, but he's way smarter than I am. He's sitting back and just sucking this stuff all in. And when he speaks, it's usually something pretty intellectual. When I speak, it's kind of like, I'm shooting from the hip and say what I need to say, and
you always shoot from hip. It's gonna grow. It's gonna grow. Well, yes. I may be a ghost from ectoplasm, shit like that, but man,
dude, that was great.
You're gonna grow.
My mods were cracking up, man. They're like, "Look at this one." I'm like, "What?" And they showed me. I said, "This guy's great." And then the guy with the deadbeat T-Rev 757. Oh man, people, I'm
the ectoplasm guy. I'm the ectoplasm guy.
Yeah, no, I know who you are. I'm just saying there's two that are funny, and you're
please don't tell me there's two ectoplasm guys.
No, it's you, but there's one that calls himself Deadbeat T-Rev 757.
Oh.
That's pretty funny too. And
so what got you all right, so you have it in you, like you have it, like you're good. You're good at talking. People
I did
love
not
to listen
know
to
I
you.
had it in me, man. I didn't know.
Well,
I didn't know.
I
didn't know
have
how
it in
this was gonna work. I didn't know any. I'm not afraid to stand up in front of people. I've stood up in front of 30,000 people and given speeches before. I mean, that stuff doesn't bother me. It never bothered me. But I didn't know I had this in me. My son looked at me the other night. He goes,
good. Look in the mirror. You look good.
Well, my daughter did my makeup, and I'm not kidding. You see that?
You look. No, you
always look this good. But she did them up. They're not usually this dark. They used to be, but she plucked my nose hairs, so we're good there.
Oh, that's the hardest thing. Did it hurt?
Oh, dude, that hurt so bad. I'm like, hey, man, you're trying to kill me, girl. But
man,
You know, and then when she plucked my nose hairs, it made me cry, so my makeup ran, so she had to redo my eyes. But
how
yeah,
they
no,
pluck
it's fun, man. I'm gonna have fun with it.
When they pluck your nose hair, is like instant, or do at least like say, hey, I'm about to do it, and they like actually give you some warning, or just
No,
like
there's
an instant pluck?
the anticipation really sucks. So she's gotta grip it and rip it.
Oh my god.
But yeah, man, we're gonna have fun with it, and I'm not.
Take donations, and then put it to wherever you want to put it.
Yeah,
don't care.
We're gonna make, like I said, we're gonna use this platform, and we're gonna do some good things with it. You know, I'm paying my producer son here by the minute. So
well, he's gonna get more money once the money starts rolling. Come on, he deserves it.
I tell you,
deserve it.
I've only got 2 mods right now because I've been talking to several people, and it's just, you got to be careful on your mods, because you can't have somebody that's just trigger happy and wants to act like Napoleon, and you got to have. And I've told my mods, give them a little levity, put them in timeout for a minute, and if they come back, if they're totally making asses out of themselves, and we know that they're from that show, let them. Bring it. Don't sing it. I want them to come on here, because it just shows the character of some of those people. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
Listen real closely, though. Oh my gosh. I think. Well, let's listen.
Ectoplasm.
The ectoplasm spirit box is coming. It's saying something.
Is that box got a leak, bro? You gotta run. You gotta throw that to the chamber. Hurry up! Get it to the chamber before it blows up.
All right. Let's listen one last time. Oh,
dude, I don't want to tell you what that actually sounds like, but okay, we'll go with ectoplasm.
All right. It's saying, go further. You're the man. We love your channel. Keep on doing what you're doing. Even the spirit boxes from the ectoplasm. One last time. They love you.
No, wait. You got to do the part where the ghost comes out in the library and he goes. He starts running.
Thank you for taking my call. I will continue to watching. If you take my call again, I would love it. You're awesome. You're
always, brother.
Hey, one last thing I will say is you're when you impersonate people, it's so fucking funny. You have you can impersonate people. You have comedy in you. It's like shit. This is
but you
YouTube
know what? I impersonated Lana from TNT. You would not believe the hell I caught for that. Because
it's just for fun. It's like
because she acted like when she read when she read AT's motion, it was like orgasmic. She was going crazy. And I said something about the way she was acting. It could have been a dude. It wouldn't have mattered. I would have said the same thing. But the way she was acting was just crazy to me. So I made light of it. I'm like, oh my God, oh my God, this is the greatest thing ever written. And it was a joke.
Just wait 6 months from now when you're gonna get hot. I know you're good. Like you can break it down. You can fucking be funny. You can take a joke. I can't wait. If I'm lucky to call in 6 months from now, you're gonna be hot. I already know.
Hey man, and I'm gonna try to answer a lot of emails. So if you ever need me, I'll probably see you.
I'm an email guy. I'm more of a caller guy. If you got my number, that's my number. Text me.
Right on, man.
So I would love to donate. I love to donate to the show.
I appreciate you, brother. We haven't even gone down that road yet, because you know what? I wanted all this to be, no hitches.
Well,
just put it out
there. He's toxic, man. Like there's a couple times I kind of comment and this thing. He's like, no, I just got kicked off. I was like, what the fuck? And then, what the fuck? Like, this guy seems toxic. T-Rev. Like, maybe he's not. And then, like, you came on the show. I was like, this guy is like, you were always the star of the show.
Oh, but
I'm
you
sorry.
know what?
When you
If
came on the
listen to
call,
him,
you were the star of the show.
Do you know he was trying to say that he lost subscribers because of me? I swear to you. And guess what my mods have? They have the evidence that when I came on this show, his numbers went through the roof. When I left the show,
for me, like,
his numbers
I
stayed
listened
where
at
they were.
work. I was listening to you at work. You're on the T-Rev show. I was like, oh my, there he is. And like, you knew you knew what you were talking about. And like, sometimes he sounded dumb. I didn't think that at the time until like all the shit coming out right now. Like, man, he is dumb. He's just dumb. He's an idiot,
dude. You know what he does? He just he thinks like me taking these calls. That's his idea. That's his idea.
No, it's not.
Stole that from me. But what he does is he just lets these clowns call in all day long and talk, and he just sits back and
take donations. I'll make his ass fucking cry when I do my first donation. He starts doing
this. Yeah, he starts getting whatever he's hitting in that thing. I don't know what he's hitting. And he somebody says, "What are you hitting in that thing?" He holds it up. This. Whatever.
I do have another question. I have another question though. Like, for your age, you look good, damn good. Like, what do you do for like exercise and stuff like that? I'm sure the people are gonna hate that question. It's like, oh, we just want more T-Rev drama. I was like,
dude, you know what? I don't do anything. I play ball. I quit hitting the gym so much. I had a stroke in December. I don't know if y'all remember that, but I was off the show. I actually had a stroke. I went from my BP was 118/78. It always stays about there. And I had some stressful stuff going on with my business, and because we couldn't get product. So I said, it's the makeup. That's it. Scout's honor. It's the makeup. It's my daughter doing the makeup. But anyway, I wound up having a stroke and almost died. I was in the hospital for 11 days. And fortunately,
what was that?
That was in December. And T-Rev.
Did T-Rev say anything about that?
T-Rev barely talked about it.
Man.
Yeah, barely talked about it. I was gone. I was MIA, and when I came back, he barely talked about it. Just like he barely talked about my dog being run over, but he's blowing my phone up, wanting to know where I am while I'm not on the show. And I'm like, hey, my dog just got killed.
Yep.
Never brought it up,
you're
bro.
the only one that can actually.
Never brought it up.
That's messed up. That's messed up. That's messed up.
Yeah. That was part of it, getting close to the end for me, because he was, like you said, like I've said, narcissist. All right, buddy. I'm gonna let you get. Were you gonna say something else? Because I forgot. I think you said.
The last thing I'm gonna say is this: looking forward to the mini shows you do. Keep on doing what you do. You have it, and it's like, just remember that. Don't give up. Keep on going. Love it.
I won't, and I'm going to say in advance, and this is my second show, everyone. If I say something that seems like it's offensive, I apologize. Sometimes I get a little carried away, but I really mean no harm. I'm not a racist.
I am the ectoplasm guy.
Yeah,
I'll do this as I hang up.
Yeah, I'm not a racist. I'm not a homophobe. I'm not any of those things. It's just. But you know what? I did post a video where he on one of his sites. He's like, what did it say? Something about gay porn star or something. Yeah. Why doesn't anybody? I mean, he's got a lot of LGBT and gay people on his show. Why doesn't anybody call him out on that? Don't you think that's funny?
Is he still doing like Netflix and Paramount and all that shit? Like, literally.
Oh yeah, Gianna's all over that too. She says he's supposed to be working with Paramount Pictures, Netflix. He's supposed to have a Jennifer.
Tag that stuff. Tag your videos.
No, this is what I want people to do. Everyone, I don't have time for that crap. I'll be honest with you, man. 5:30 in the morning rolls up quick for me, and I go to work. I got my crew out there, and I'm handling all kinds of stuff. But I want every one of you, if you have the time, email Jennifer Coffendorfer about this guy. Email Netflix and Paramount Pictures, because I would hate to see this guy move forward with anything based on what we know now, because they may not know, and I would hate to see it. But hey,
give some money to your fucking kids.
Give
some money to your kids.
Right. Right. And you know what? Hollis said,
I cried. I legit cried.
Hollis said she was going to pay the $50,000. No problem, she said. I'll pay the $50,000. Now she's a drinker, so I don't know. She might have been a little lit, but hey, that doesn't matter to me.
But what you're doing right now to expose this guy, this is reality. There's 2 kids. It's everything. I couldn't believe it. Like I was like when you said yeah, what's he gonna do? What's he gonna do? And he dropped the truth bomb. He dropped everything. I was like, damn. It's like I knew you. I always knew. I was like, this guy. He's telling the truth.
Hey,
he's telling the truth.
Did I not? Did I not?
But how you dropped it?
I warned him.
How you
I warned Hollis.
It,
I begged Hollis. I said, Hollis, you need to stop. This is going to get really bad if you keep it up. Because I was working on my other content. I didn't decide to do this until like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, your other content's going to piss him off even more.
Oh, no, it wasn't
I'm telling you,
anything to do with him. It was just going to be my content. I was going to run with my show. Do you really think that I wanted to do this? I don't think so. This is not
you
what
had to right or wrong. I think you had to. I think you had to because the way he buried you.
Yep, I was gonna write Angel Girl. I was gonna write. In fact, she posted a little bit ago, and I should have read it, but I was talking. She posted something like, "I can finally sleep tonight. I can finally sleep. I can finally put my head down and go to sleep and rest my head." That's what I wanted to hear. That's what I wanted to accomplish. Now I want her grandkids to call me, and I want to accept responsibility for what happened to her, because it was not her fault. Not at all.
Because he was. What is his agenda? What does he want?
Money. This is what he wants.
And he thinks he's like that song that he sings at the beginning of the show. Man, I would love to do a.
Do you know that song? Do you know that song was written? You know why that song was written?
No.
You remember?
No, I don't.
Remember when he went ballistic about me? People saying that I was.
Yeah.
It was my show.
Yeah.
And that's when he went MIA for 4 days, and he wrote that song. And in that song, I want everybody to listen to that song and listen to the lyrics and listen to what he's really saying. He's really saying that everyone's a copycat. Everything he does.
Oh my gosh.
Listen to how many times he says it. That's what that song is about.
You know what you're talking about. Like, all right, am I wrong? I'm like, when you were on the show, T-Rav didn't know anything. He's like and he just kept it going on. He loved it when you went on the show, but because like you knew what you're fucking talking about. Like he was like leeching off of you.
Yeah. And you know, I caught hell.
And now your show's growing. Oh, it's gonna grow. It's gonna keep on growing. I'm gonna love it. I'm gonna be 2 years from now. And you're talking about cases, and then T-Rev's long gone behind you.
Yeah,
I'm still that ectoplasm guy.
Well,
like
hopefully he's in jail. Hopefully he's in jail for back child support, but we don't know. We don't know how that's going to happen.
Should be.
He might. You know what he might do? He might put Sosa in another donut behind his bed and say that Sosa's got to have brain surgery or something, and he'll probably strum up 30 or 40 grand overnight. Or his minions will do this. Let's help T-Rev play his baby mama the children of the mother of his children that he called, what did he call her?
A prostitute?
Yeah, prostitute. You heard it
Yes.
from his mouth, didn't you? Prostitute.
Yes, I did.
And that those children that I posted a picture of could be his children, but he ain't gonna pay until he gets a DNA. Well, what's stopping you, buddy? What's stopping you? Get a DNA test. I mean,
the best line I heard from you. The best line I heard from you is when you said, "Is like, you know what? I'll sue you, T-Rev. I'll take you to court. You know what? Then all that money I'm gonna bring to your kid."
That's right.
Oh my God!
That's
when
right.
I heard that, I was like,
my attorneys are. I'm getting all the information. They're asking for more every day. TikTok, buddy. But you know what? You know what? I'm hoping that. Oh, let me announce this, guys. I forgot to tell you that. Thank you for reminding me. News flash. Old Mr. T-Rev allegedly tried to go to Canada. So what did he need to go to Canada? He needed a passport. Needed a passport.
Could he get it?
To move to Canada? Nope. The man can't get a passport. Can't get a passport.
He's running away.
And when you owe $50,000, allegedly. That's what he always
allegedly.
Says. You know, he always says allegedly, so I'm gonna have to say allegedly.
As long as you say allegedly, you're fine. You're fine.
No,
allegedly.
He does own it. I said nearly $50,000. That's close enough. It's like 49 now. But you can't get a passport. If you wanted to go on a cruise or somewhere right now, couldn't go. That's kind of lame.
How would you do? All right.
That's kind of lame.
I love your impression.
Alana, what's his girlfriend's name? Alana or whatever fake stage name. That says.
I love your impressions.
That says
role play
not in the music industry when he posts her video. What do you think? And then says that she's in with the TLC girls or some crap. I don't know. Oh, she's doing stuff with one of the TLC girls.
Let's role play real quick. Let's role play real quick. You're T-Rev. I'm the place he wants to go to. Well, hello, T-Rev. Would you like to go to Canada, Disney World? Where do you want to go?
All of the above. I would like to go to all the above. Give me my passport.
Looking at your passport, it looks like you're a piece of shit, and you haven't gave anything to your children ever.
That's not true. That's not true. She's a hoe.
Oh.
These ain't my kids. These ain't my kids.
They're not your.
She took my kids from me.
They're not your. Well, I'm looking at your profile right now.
This bullshit.
It seems to me that you only care about your YouTube family, but you don't care about your real family.
That ain't my money. That ain't my channel. I'm just a host on that channel. My girlfriend and her parents own that channel.
I'm sorry, sir.
I get paid $400 a week.
We can't accept it. I'm sorry, sir. We cannot accept it.
I'm gonna go write a rap song. I'll rap.
You can write it all you want.
I'll rap about it. You watch. Go to the T-Rev show. You'll hear it tomorrow. I'm gonna rap about it.
But nobody likes your rap songs, and that's not gonna that's not gonna help your children.
Man, you don't know who T-Rev is? Bitch, you better check. You better check yourself.
Are you gonna? Are you gonna shoot me
tomorrow? Because I'll have my minions all over your ass.
You can do what you want. You can do what you want, T-Rev. But all I'm gonna say is, it sounds like to us right now we do not want you to go to our country or our place that you want to go to.
That 50 G's is chump change. I'll bring you. What do you want? You want cash or cashier's check? What do you want?
How about you bring that money to your children who need it?
Man, I ain't got time for that. I ain't got no time for that.
Take a DNA test.
Get my girl.
It's only $50.
Go. You better
take a DNA test. It's 50.
Hey, I got 30. I got 30 stacks right now.
Oh.
I got 30 stacks. How about you just go on? give me that passport. Let me get on my way.
No, sorry, sir. Nope. Sorry, sir. Go back in line. We're not gonna take any bribes, sir. Sorry,
bro.
Nope. Sorry, sir.
Sorry,
sir.
Come on, man.
You need to be a sir. You need to be a man.
Here, hold on.
You got.
Give me your hand right now. Give me your hand. Look.
No.
Hey, I'm gonna turn my back. I'm gonna slide it right behind. And we're gonna bump into each other. I'll give you 3 steps right now. Come on, man. Can we make this happen? Come on, man. Help a brother out.
No, sir. You have to help your family, sir. You got to turn around. I'm not going to take it from you right now. You got to turn around and help your kids. The kids that you deny that they're yours. They are.
Now you know, in all seriousness, I won't call you this, but you know what he would call you.
Yeah.
He would use that N word. He would say the FA, you fucking, he would call you that when he walked away, because that's his favorite word, the N word.
He's the biggest piece of shit, and you do.
All right, man. I'm gonna cut you loose, brother. You're wearing my ass out.
I expect to go. Same here.
All right, man. Take care. All right, we're gonna take what time we got here? We're gonna take one more call, everyone. We're going on 3 hours 31 minutes, and it's past my 15-year-old's bedtime, and I'm sweating my ass off. Turn the damn air on. What is the air off? Hey, will you bring me some water? Yeah. Thank you, babe. So let's do one more call, Tanner. I'm gonna do one more call. So that's 386-287-1997. That's 386-287-1997. I'm gonna open up the lines right about now. Let's go, T. We good to go? All right. Here we go. Did I wear everybody out? They're probably like, man, that guy was on the phone too long. I got tired of waiting. I'm going to bed, Detective John. That's all right, y'all. Doubt Canada will let him in anyway. They're strict. I'll read some of these. Fun calls, people. Let's see. Sherry Fager. Sherry. Oh, wait. Oh, how do we get... Let me get that back. Sherry. Hey, that's T-Rev's wife, by the way. She says Fager, but she hates using his last name, but she still has to legally. She has to use his last name. Kelly D, thank you so much. I'm so glad people are willing to stand up for others. I appreciate all the support. Sherry, you're welcome. You're welcome, and I hope the kids aren't pissed at me for dissing their dad like that, but from what they said, they don't really have any kind of feeling for him anymore, which I don't blame them one bit. I didn't have any feeling for my dad either, and I turned out just fine. So what else we got here? Gianna, I'm so glad you're laughing again. Love girls. Hey, Lavender Girls. That's just so you know. She had to change her name because T-Rev destroyed Angel Girls 1980, which was kind of about her daughter. So she had to turn herself into a Lavender Girl. But you know what she said to me? I can sleep. I can sleep for the first time in months. That's right. That's right. So I'm sure I'm not gonna say that this worked, because I know T-Rev and his little minions are gonna come back with some kind of they're gonna try and spin it that we spun it the wrong way, and that's not true. Look at me. Everyone look at me. Do I look like a liar? Do I look like I would spend all this time to create a lie? What do I have to gain? Nothing. I was going to do this show no matter what. I don't have anything to gain. The only thing I'm gaining right now is listening to Lavender Girl say that she can sleep. And Lavender Girl, you better give me, I want the kids' phone numbers so I can call. You have them call me. I would rather call them. I'll even text them. We need to make this right, because they don't need to be scared or upset with you for some YouTube garbage. Let me read some more. We know the truth, Kelly D says. Kelly, my rock star, Mindy, where are you at? Did Mindy go away? She tired? Oh, she's tired. I know she's trying. So one of my mods is buying a house, so she's very, very busy. And Kelly, she's my bulldog. You know, I couldn't have done this without you, Kelly. I words just cannot explain how blessed I am to have these two people in my life right now. They really, really came through. And we're learning, everyone. We're learning this whole process. I'm dumb as a box of rocks when it comes to Discord and all that stuff. I mean, I'm that hands-on guy. You know, I don't read a book for instructions. I'm a typical man. I just try and do it myself, and it takes me 10 times longer. But fortunately, I got my little whippersnapper next to me right here, and we're killing it together. But I can't have him all the time. I only got him half the time, so I don't know what I'm gonna do. One of my mods said to me today, "What are you gonna do when Tanner's not there?" I don't know. I'm just gonna have to wing it. But I can call him and I can turn the phone. Hey man, what do I got to do right here? Help a brother out. Help Pops out. All right, so let's read some more of these. Y'all people don't have to go into chat for so long to see the type of place they entered. So we are blessed. Thank you. Tell it to Ellie. Is that what it is? Sorry, man. My eyes are getting foggy. My contacts need to change. Gianna, y'all are so great. Well, thank you, Gianna. We love you. Lavender Girls, yes, thanks for everything. Again, you know who Lavender Girls is. I appreciate not getting slammed. Amen. You're not getting slammed, girl. You're getting love. I told you at the end of this, people are gonna. You know what she said to me? She says, "John, you know, if I'm out, you know, and I go to the college with my granddaughter, and I don't want people to recognize me." I said, "Well, you need to put your face on here because after tonight, people are gonna want to hug you." I said, "We're not that big. You're not gonna. No one's gonna see you. But if they do, and they see you, they're gonna want to give you a hug." No conspiracies. What?
Call.
Oh, I got a call? Oh. Are we open up? We are? I don't think anybody wants to call anymore. They're probably done. Everybody's spent. Does anybody want to call? If anybody wants to call, the lines are now open. 386-287-1997. I'm going to take one more call. Scroll up. You missed some good ones. Oh, I know. Let me see here. How far up do I need to go? You know what, guys? Hey, listen up. When y'all hear this right here, that means that I just flushed somebody. But when you hear this, let's see. I gotta find this thing. I got this new toy. It's called Stream Deck. Where's the Arnold thing? The Arnold one. Oh yeah.
I'll be back.
When you hear this one, I'm gonna play it again for you. I'm gonna leave my son here for a second. When you hear this,
I'll be back.
that means I had to go take a leak. Oh, you got it. My kids got it for a couple minutes. Read some of those off, buddy. All right. Tanner's gonna take control while I go do my thing.
Hello? Kelly, the Stream Deck is very difficult. Hi, Marie. How are you? Hi, Gianna. I know. I don't know what he's gonna do without me, Larry. I've written down a detailed list of what he needs to do, and he still needs my help every day. So, you know, I'll try my best and give it to him. I know. I should start charging him hourly. You know, it's alright though. I enjoy doing it. $50 an hour. I should. That's a good business idea. Yeah, I'm not as a people's person as my dad. He can talk for 3 hours and 40 minutes. I could probably last 5 minutes. And then I'm done. Oh, hello.
All right, tea and a drink. So it took me a minute. Had to get a drink. All right, I'm back. So what we're doing? Did anybody call in?
No.
All right, Jeremy said you're doing real good, kid. I guess I'm gonna have to give him a raise. He made $50 the other night. I guess I'm gonna have to give him 50 cents an hour raise or something. Yeah, kids cost me an arm and a leg. This show's costing me money, people. All right, so were you reading everything?
I tried.
All right. So do you guys want me to keep going for a little bit, or are you ready to lock it up? It's up to you guys. I don't care. I got another hour in me, but I really don't want to be honest with you. I'm supposed to get up and go hit balls in the morning at 7 o'clock. And what time is it? Oh, it's almost
On
1. It's 20 to 1.
Yeah.
All right. Lord, I understand his feelings, but as a practicing child psychologist, this is what I have studied extensively. Rosebud, you know what? I want you to email me, okay, at Detective John 68 at yahoo.com. I think you already did email me, but I want you to email me because if you are a child psychologist, I want you on this show because remember what I talked about earlier is I want to delve into not only just cases, but I want to delve into the after effects of cases and what has happened to people as a result of being victimized. And we can get into some of the psyche of what some people went through as children. And I would love to have you on my show to opine as to what happens to the gray matter for some people. You've got a lot more training than I do. I've only handled what's called a Baker Act here in Florida, and that's the Florida Mental Act, where we take someone into custody that's a threat to themselves or other people, and it's kind of you can't be sued for doing it. You're acting in good faith. It's a suicide thing or just somebody that's just not acting right. We don't want to leave that person and they wind up hurting somebody else or themselves. So we take them into custody under what's called the Baker Act, and then they have to be evaluated, which you've got wherever you are. It's just not called that. And it's usually a 72-hour hold. But anyway, please email me. I would love to have you in my network of people to talk to about stuff like this and have you on panel so we can talk about that if you're up to it. But I think we're going to wrap it up, everyone. We've been on for 3 hours and 44 minutes almost. And like I said, my boy Tanner's done a great job, and he's looking kind of putrid right now. Putrid. I said putrid. That shows how tired I am. Putrid. So, who's a con? Jay Lord, she's a con. Who's a con? I don't know. I'll vet everybody, guys. Don't worry. So if somebody comes in and says they're a child psychologist and I talk to them and they're not, well, I'm going to know they're not, because that's what I did for a living. I interview people and I kind of can figure things out. But I'll ask for badges. Oh my goodness. Hopefully they didn't steal them from the department they work from. So on that note, I want to say, no, Kelly, you're not a fraud. I'm a fraud, button. Oh yeah, I need to know. You're right. Hey, Kelly, that was awesome. We will put that on the stream deck. Actually, when we get off of here, I'm not gonna let him go to bed. We got to find I am a fraud button. That's awesome. That's the kind of stuff I want, people. Brilliant people like my mod Kelly. You see that? See how? I mean, she's thinking for me. I don't even have to think. I just got to talk. I don't know what's coming out of my mouth half the damn time. But you guys have a great night, and I'll post when we're gonna do it again. We're not gonna do anything tomorrow. We're gonna see what old T-Rev does. Where is T-Rev, by the way? Hey, T-Rev, where you at? We're waiting. I mean, I've never seen you ghost, this long. Is there a problem? Are you afraid to, I don't know, maybe they're going to triangulate on you because you're so paranoid because now they know where you are? I mean, I don't know. Are your girlfriend's parents freaking out? I bet they don't know diddly, though, do they? They don't know nothing about this stuff. You funneling that money through to them, just allegedly? I mean, look up RICO, everybody. Racketeering is RICO. That's what they do to the mafia. It only takes 2 or more people conspiring together to commit a criminal offense, like laundering money. It only takes 2 or more people to do that. I don't know that that's happening. I'm not sure. Allegedly, it could be happening, but I don't know. We're going to have to investigate that. But I think the IRS is going to know. And the Department of Revenue for New Jersey may want to know. Why are you hitting me? Come on. My kid's hitting me. He's punching me. Wow. It's like, Dad, get off of here. Let's see. Detective John, he will be on Athena's channel. Yeah, I got a bunch of stuff from Athena's channel. She's a bright one, isn't she? I mean, I'm straight up gangsta. I think that's what she said. I'm straight up gangsta. You don't know how gangsta I am. I mean, they're threatening to come to my house. I'm ready for you. I promise you. Can't get to my house without getting, I don't know. Might not want to try that. But anyway, the straight up gangster girl. I'm ready for you. What was that? Oh yeah. We're gonna say to hey, this is what I predict for old T-Rev and his girl. Oh, let's do that again. One more time. There you go, everyone. Hey, everyone, have a great night. Glad you got to see me and my son. We'll catch you next time. Keep an eye out for chat. I'll post something here shortly. Love you all. Good night. God bless.